All right. So, the recap. So, on your path to save a group of delegates gone astray who are bearing keys to an ancient power that you've now discovered seem to be an amulet that's composed of 4 different elemental pieces made of some strange metal that these dwarves forged from this very particular mine that they've been living in. So these delegates went missing along with the items they were carrying. You all hunted down 2 of them, one being held in an air temple, one being held in a stone temple. Went back, talked to their boss. Their boss got killed through some sort of misadventure, and left you with a kind of glowing sphere that can work against this elemental power. And it turns out it's the headpiece for a staff that can hopefully withstand the power of these amulets. That the headpiece is in your possession. I think in Hypochondrius' possession.
Oh, the staff, yeah.
Yeah, and then the staff is in the Temple of Fire. So it's in the Fire Temple.
This Fire Temple is usually easier than Water Temple.
Yeah, could be.
For going by Zelda rules.
So yeah, so then you went into a dwarven kingdom to kind of get some more information. They were being overrun by these people who mined this metal that created the amulets, that created these daggers that could seem to have a special affinity towards the metals, or towards the elements. They had a special metal that had affinity towards the elements. You just found one of those daggers in the Water Temple that gives you the special ability to manipulate water and hyperjuice all your water spells as kind of like a spellcasting focus. I think Hypochondrius took that because you have some water spells.
This dagger?
Yes.
The
dagger of water.
I have it somewhere. It is the dagger of water domination.
Domination, that's right.
Quote, greatly boosts water abilities is all I got. We took a rest after I got that. Do I know what it actually does now? I also have Identify for what it's worth, but
yeah, you do. It will.
Oh, I also got the 3 charged stones: the charged obsidian, charged ruby, and charged smoke stone.
That's right. So those are pretty much self-enclosed. If you use a fire spell, you can use those to power the fire spell, but without using a spell slot. Or you can use them to sustain a spell of stone, or of air, water, or fire.
Maintain a concentration without.
Must be something tough.
So maintain a concentration without actually having to maintain concentration.
Or use them to do a spell slot once per long rest.
So each one, once per long rest, can cast something of its type. Does it have to be in my spell book?
It does.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I could.
Or it has to be one of your ready spells.
One of my what?
Ready spells.
Oh, it has to be prepared.
Yeah, because you still have to have the mind to cast it.
Then what does it do for me beyond maintaining concentration?
It gives you a free spell slot of that element, so you can, let's say.
Oh, sorry. So it just doesn't consume a spell. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So that will give you a free spell slot usage, and make sure I think
of each of those. Okay, that's great. And then the dagger does what other than greatly boosts water abilities? Also, does water and ice abilities, or there's a delineation there?
So it doubles your dice count on water on damage.
Like auto crit?
Yeah, auto crit.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Apparently, we're gonna need that.
And
otherwise, you wouldn't hand it out so generously.
And it twice per day gives you complete dominance over water, letting you manipulate water, or twice per long rest. Manipulate water in any way that you see fit. Just per your mental, you can give it a mental command and it will try to follow, it'll make whatever water in the area follow that command as desired.
Cool. I'm into that. That's alright.
But yes.
Let me mark that down, because that is important information.
Yeah, I guess you would know that. You can study it further. It's still a mysterious object. And so one of the properties of that is there are some aspects of its nature that you will not fully understand and that could pose some risk without further investigation. So you can either spend some rests to continue to learn 3 more.
So you said twice per long rest, basically control water. Once per long rest, auto crit a water spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is exciting.
It's a solid weapon, and it can be used as a magical focus as well. So yeah, you got a lot of good gear for spell casting. So let's in your front line. Hopefully, we'll be able to hold strong.
Please, I have hella HP.
Don't die on me.
If you want like a water beard or something, I got you.
It's the true sign of
Think
manliness.
about it.
It's the true sign of manliness. Waterbeards.
How come some of the spells don't match what's in the book versus what's online? Is it like...
Depends. Probably like an edition type thing. Like if it's like a 4th edition that you're looking at versus a 5th edition
okay.
online resource.
Pick the one
No,
that's
D&D
better.
Should I-
Beyond
yeah,
on
can I,
our
like-
thing is 5e for both.
Oh, really? And there's differences.
What's different?
There's just a spell in here that's not on D&D Beyond for me that I want.
Oh, if there's something that's missing, it's because you don't
didn't
always
pay
have
for
the
it?
full. Yeah, you have to like get there like
But
extended.
Which
but-
spell?
But she can get it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Lightning arrow?
sounds cool.
Yeah, you can still get it. We're going off the books, so you can. And
I'll just
you
have
know,
to like look it up if I want to use it.
and in the sake of fun, if you guys want to stretch, try to come up with some of your own spells that are reasonably balanced, we can figure that out too.
I cast seduction.
Roll d20.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
It fails.
Oh, unfortunately, you have a minus 20 in that.
Still fails.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, you try some strange.
That is pretty
pagan
crazy. I
dance.
rolled a nat 20 on that.
Hey, man. Okay, so then you went to the water temple to find out about Silas.
Huh?
Pay attention to the class, please.
Did you die?
What?
What
Yeah.
happened?
I'm clicking on things and it's doing things.
Right. Anyways, but yeah. So you went to the water temple to find out some information about Silas, and you learned from his old master that water mages, or every kind of elemental person who's attuning to the elements, has a weakness to their own element, and they start to kind of augment their own physiology with these elements. So like stuff like replacing your blood with water that's been imbued with magic. These types of things are very, very common, and that will make Silas more susceptible in some ways to attacks of his own element.
I said, let's kick his butt.
Indeed. And so from that you also got the water staff, and then as you were navigating your way out of the water temple, Wexley, who was a bit maddened by the beauty of the depths, ended up running and taking a leaping dive off the cliffs. So the water temple's exit is this pretty sizable, like almost a cave entrance with a waterfall falling in front of it. That's kind of far beyond it. That's falling in front of it, maybe about 100 feet out. Falling into kind of a deep, like almost an ocean, miles down in terms of it's almost out of sight how far down this thing goes. You see that this is one cave in the water complex. Giles' airship is floating right in front of the cave's entrance with the gangplank going down. But unfortunately, Wexley has missed the gangplank. He is just running straight towards the abyss that's cutting off. Arms extended, looking upwards, and giggling.
grab him?
And giggling, exactly like that.
Can I
Yes.
try and grab him?
Or is it too late?
So he's already over the edge.
Can I
grab
try?
him?
You can jump after him and try to grab
Like,
him.
how far away is he?
He's like, if this is the edge, he's like right, like it's sort of like those movies where he's just like frozen in midair, looking at
So I
y'all.
can still reach if I
Floating
grab,
disc?
or-
You would have to leap off. You would have to leap off the ledge after him to actually physically grab him.
Can I cast floating disc?
You certainly can.
My
probably
question
better.
is, and we've talked about this before, and I'm not totally sure. It's in my spellbook. It's prepared.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Does
you
that
had-
mean that because even
So
though
you
it is a
had
it is a
that
ritual
madness
action,
token. You had 2 madness tokens.
I have 2?
Thought so. Or 1.
No, I think you might be right. I think it's 2.
Anybody else? Madness? Okay.
Chase has 20.
Yeah.
So it's a ritual,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if that means that I still have the ritual casting time.
I think
it's
that's what the spell slot.
I'm not. positive.
What does it say the casting time is?
10 minutes. So it's probably not going to help you out.
Unless
Yeah.
you use a spell slot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. You either use a spell slot.
Or you can do it as a ritual.
Oh, yeah. The ritual does not expend a spell slot if you use that ritual time. If you do it instantly,
I can burn a spell
when
slot.
you're casting, when you cast a spell with a casting time longer than a single action or reaction, you must spend your action each turn of the spell. No. Ritual version of the spell takes 10 minutes longer to cast than normal. It does not expend a spell slot. Yeah.
So this is marked as ritual. That's just saying you have the option to cast this for 10 minutes, but
For
not
free.
expend
If
it.
you
Yeah,
wanted
got
to
it.
do it without a spell slot, yeah.
I would like to burn a spell slot
Okay.
and cast it directly under him.
All right. So go ahead. Is there anything that you need to do, or does it just appear?
Flame disc. I need a drop of mercury.
You have your channel.
yeah,
Thermometer. That I always carry with me.
What I am going to try to do is pay more attention to the verbal and somatic, where it's like that's something that I've not been good about, which is like technically if you're like underwater, you can't say the word, you can't do the thing. If your hands are bound, you can't do the thing. But
Very true.
I'll be better about that. But I otherwise am able to cast this as far as I
Yep.
can tell. It creates a circular horizontal plane of force. It remains for the duration. Can hold up to 500 pounds. So you're fine.
Well, it depends on if you count the extra weight from the momentum of the fall.
And your armor.
Multiply times, I don't know, something.
Yeah.
No, it says weight. It doesn't say force. But good check.
There's no mutants involved.
It is
Right.
immobile. It is immobile if I am within 20 feet of it. If I move more than 20 feet away, it will follow me.
Okay. So then you see Wexley suddenly fall against what seems like midair, and
What's this
go ahead and roll me a a wisdom saving throw.
Me.
It's going to be Wexley.
So, just to clarify here,
Yeah.
it can move across uneven terrain up or downstairs,
15.
but it can't
Okay,
cross an
so-
elevation change of more than 10 feet. But I think that
I don't
means...
think it's 10 feet though. Right?
Can't cross an elevation.
I think that
elevation
means, like, it says
change.
it can't move across a 10-foot deep pit because
Yeah.
it can't go from... But I think I can make it stationary
Yeah, but
1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't.
Go
It
up
can't
and
be
down
like
to
an
the
elevator.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it
cast
can't
that.
be an elevator. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So then suddenly you land on something. It's not too far, so you don't. You take only one falling damage, and then you get to your feet, and just the euphoria of falling, you're tempted to walk to the edge of this floating disc once again, but due to your successful wisdom check, you realize that that's probably not a great idea, and you are able to stop yourself halfway to the edge of the kind of floating disc that you can kind of vaguely see in terms of just like a hazy mist around your feet.
Who
as
pushed
the
me
water-
off the waterfall?
This was I.
How far is he?
Shall
He's
be
maybe about
I shall
10 feet
shield
down,
you
not
from
too
your own
far.
stupidity.
Okay. Can I walk 20 feet in the other direction of the boat so that the disc follows me and goes up?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
So you start, you feel like kind of a bump in this disc, but you get back up onto the level ground. And you're back. Giles is looking at you very curiously and wondering, he's like, it seems like your friend may have some issues with depression.
Thank you for your service, wizard, and hand you a silver piece.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that. I still owe you 300, but you
Yeah,
know.
it takes a little slice off the debt. And Paddington is, looking over the edge, just like, what the heck? He's very judgmental about, Gargoyle's not really well educated in terms of how to handle.
Paddington, sometimes life gets very hard.
And he's like, I'm made of rock. Like, what the hell? Like, of course I know. Life does get hard for me. Like, literally hard.
Literally hard.
I know.
And I'm like, okay, you're right.
I should be banned
You
for,
can jump
for
if
the
you
puns.
want.
Banned for
No,
puns.
don't jump.
You see a little tear go down Paddington's cheek.
Hello?
Pizza.
Ooh, pizzazz.
P-I-Z-Z-A.
Hi there. I'm coming down now. I can meet you in the corner.
Hello there.
CZA.
Give me pizza.
Thank you.
Give me pizza.
What's that from?
It's a Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen creepy
Oh, that is from
online
that.
video.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. It's from like the early 2000s.
Well, speaking of the early 2000s, I'm gonna get some whiskey.
What?
Yeah.
What's the connection?
Mind
You just gotta
blown.
have excuses to get whiskey.
Just
That's how
in
it works.
case they ask me for the card.
Oh my goodness, they did that.
That's a new one,
Now
man.
we're like, oh, it's mine. Like, thanks for delivering this to my complex for me.
No, you're trapped. You're trapped out there.
Give me pizza. Give me pizza.
Have you had her since she was a kitten?
Yeah, since she was 4 months. She's an old crushy lady now.
Yeah.
Then she was a cat.
Well, she's only about 8 years old, so it's not too crushy. She's middle-aged.
Old enough to know better.
Yeah, I wonder how many cat years it goes. These are thoughts that I have during the day. How many cat years in one human year?
Alright. Delightful.
Let's see.
Alright.
Apparently, cats have like a very speedy growth in the first 2 years. They reach about 15 years old their first year, and about 24 their second year, and then it slows down.
So they become adults like real fast.
And then after that, they age at approximately 4 cat years per year. So 15 the first year, then 24 by age 2, and then 4 years a year after that.
Oh.
Yeah. She knows better than a caterwaul.
Although it says it should be remembered that a
plates
cat
and where I
lives
can grab?
outdoors,
Yes,
ages more
right
quickly.
above
I
the
can find it.
microwave.
Okay.
And then I can put up a little, I can move this crap out of the way or whatever
Thank you.
works. That smells yummy. It's okay, we got pizza rolls, we got some other snacks.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't have to eat it
about
all.
48 years old.
So she's 48?
Roughly.
Yuck.
Yeah.
She's almost as old as Sean.
Almost
Shan.
into
Where do you want to
menopause.
put it?
I'm gonna put this
Here.
here.
Pause?
Huh?
Pause?
Pause?
Menopause?
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Damn, puns!
You don't get the menopause puns that often.
No, you don't.
Oh, especially
Really?
cat menopause. That's like once in a while.
Menopause?
Menopause.
Oh, look what I got us.
Okay. Stuffs.
You're welcome.
Heavens. Oh, heavens.
Take some slices now, and I'll
welcome.
just keep it on the
Yeah,
table
yeah,
back
yeah.
there.
Mine is the half.
Yes, indeedy.
Stuff.
So you have 3, you have 2. And Adam, give me a perception check.
I really want to
You
start with this.
perceive-
Okay.
There's pizza.
I'm just gonna get it right. Let's see what's up.
9.
You, as you're getting hauled, you have a vague sense, as you're getting hauled over, you kind of have a vague sense that there are more cave entrances in this rock face. But that's all you kind of notice.
Like in the rock face that he just fell off
Yeah.
the edge of.
So yeah, so it's kind of this sheer cliff where like the river from far, far ahead kind of becomes a waterfall.
Do any type
Out of
of
the ocean.
investigation check to see what that is?
You can, but at disadvantage because getting close to the edge will be a little euphoric for you.
Are we on the airship?
6 and 16. So no, probably 2.
Yeah, you look over the edge. You don't really make out much more than your first intuition that there is just more cave openings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say nothing.
Cool. Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. So now it is on. Diddly-diddly-doo. Oh yeah. So Giles says, "Well,
Sorry.
if your friend, cares to go into my quarters, I'd be happy to give him a little back massage. That helps with some of the blues. If you think that would be helpful."
I've always heard the tieflings have amazing hands.
He, masks a smile, and he still isn't wearing any clothes because he was trying to use this dagger.
Child's
Oh, yeah, that's
because
right.
it is in fact the dagger that you have to use according to what you guys tricked him into,
yes,
to using it while naked. So it's the only way to access its power.
That's good. These were a good call. These were a good call.
Those are pretty good. Just dough.
Are they not stuffed with anything?
Mm-hmm.
They have like
Cheese.
some cheese.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I can use 2 hands to put it in your mouth.
Yeah, the only sound you can make is glurp. Alright, so Daryl leans over the gangplank and kind of stretches in the breeze and says, well, I suppose we should be on my way. I've received my payments. Where should I drop you off?
The fire temple would be wonderful.
Oh, what is that?
I'm not
Sure. The Weeping Colossus.
The Weeping. Oh, this is one. Actually, if you'd like some more treasure, yes, you can join us. Take us to this Weeping Colossus. Treasure galore.
So he says, I don't know what this Colossus you're talking about is. I'm happy to accompany you for more treasure, but I don't have any idea where that place you're talking about
Don't we
is.
have a map?
Can I
of it?
insight check him?
You can indeed.
Don't we have like a map together too? I thought we did.
Somebody gave us instructions on
Yeah. I
where to
can't
find the
remember
Weeping Colossus, right?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I did not write it down though. I forgot.
I think.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
I
don't
think
know.
we knew a rough
Where'd it go?
direction.
Yeah, you knew the rough direction, I think. But I don't think you know.
I don't think we know
where it
exactly
is.
where it.
Critical fail.
Critical fail.
You seem like an
He seems honest.
upstanding young man.
He's being 100% honest. You can definitely
Very
trust him.
forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't think you all know
Okay.
the exact location of the You know, it's generally.
I think maybe it's time
Further
for us to go
north.
back to like a
Is there-
big city or
Yeah,
town.
is there a city nearby?
What's the biggest city
It's
we know of nearby?
The city of
What direction haven't we gone in?
South, like super far south. We haven't gone in, right?
They're each directional, so
Mm-hmm.
if we know.
That's how you know the general direction of the beacon is to the
Right,
south.
right. Okay, then let's head that way.
So
We
to
came
the
super
south.
far
South,
east.
good
We came
side.
super far east for the water temple, right?
That's right.
All right, let's
You came
pass.
very
To the
far east.
south!
Yeah. So you all get in the plane, and as you and everybody give me a perception check as you start heading over.
That's a 4.
13.
16.
9.
So as
What?
you depart,
I have a +6 to perception.
as you depart, you notice nothing out of the ordinary. Only you see just kind of a glint of what could be gold, but you assume it's a trick of the light. And
Where?
the airship in one of those mini cave complexes that are. As the airship pulls away, you kind of see something that flashes, but sadly,
Are we already leaving? It's like
you
too
guys
late
are
to say
taking
something?
off. You
No.
can try.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
say nothing.
no, I'm gonna
I
say,
just-
yeah,
I
you
just
probably
squint
wouldn't
at it.
notice. Yeah, as you see glint of gold, and maybe that's something one day you'll go back and
Yeah, I rub my eyes.
you know, like, have I been drinking? So yeah, so you head down to the town called Rundreth. It's at the very end of the long road. It's kind of a long trip. You see an enormous Victorian house, many like tall gates, a lot of very pointy ends around it, wrought iron.
I see weapons.
Huh?
I just see weapons.
Yes, you just see weapons that could be created out of this gate. So yeah, you see this really tall house sitting over this kind of mid-sized city. Has a wall around it, and you're coming in the evening, and the airship kind of pulls up to the edge of town, but you don't see as many lights on as you would normally expect in a town of this size. And it's a decent size. It's got full downtown. You see like some traffic and light. It's not completely empty. But, there's a lot of drooping trees, old, not necessarily old oak trees,
Where's the
very
cat?
grassy, very
Do you see the
lush.
cat?
Yeah, she's
Right
right
I
there.
just want to make sure. I just want to double check.
Give me a heart attack. I was like,
No,
oh,
I'm just double checking because I can't see her.
no, right there.
If she does jump, then somebody has to go find her. So
Yeah.
that'll probably be me.
She hasn't seppuku yet.
Can you see anything? So it's a little odd that the lights are off, right?
Mm-hmm. There are some lights in downtown, but it's very, very quiet. And really, all you're getting in the town are the kind of just the quiet like rush of air as the airship lands, skids along kind of like the soft grass, and comes to a halt.
Well, we might as well go look for an inn.
Can we
anything
do it?
open?
Are we still in the airship?
Yeah, you're just in the airship right now.
Can we do a bit of a closer look? I have dark vision if that helps at all, but
Same.
just
Yeah.
kind of take a look. It's a little weird that the lights are off and
In the house.
yeah, if it's nighttime and the lights are off in
So
a
go
big
ahead
house.
and roll me an investigation check. I'm gonna grab a little bit of vino.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Was storing it there for the
Do we need
winter.
to open more wine or whiskey? What do you guys want, wine or whiskey?
I would take some whiskey after this.
I'm gonna stick to wine, but
All right.
oh, that's all right. That's a good perception.
I'll grab some whiskey. So what'd you get on perception?
Let me remind myself. I usually remember, but 21. No, sorry, 23.
23. Okay, so you sense that something is off about the town, and you kind of feel a coldness in the air that just makes you shudder. And it's almost not something that's perceivable as much as it is something that's felt. And you feel like something from the elemental plane.
By the way, did Chase go to the elemental plane?
Yeah, they're both there. They're just hanging out.
I don't feel something from the elemental plane. I sense a hesitation about that sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you sense that there is a weakening of the borders between the elemental plane.
Can I use
Here.
my fancy cloak that
Yeah.
allows me to view things
Yeah.
in all planes? What was it again?
You can see into the element. You can, I think, jump between the planes and then sense stuff that's coming at you. Right.
allows wearer to see into the elemental, and attack into the elemental plane. It does
Yeah.
not shift me into it.
No. But if you have a skill that lets you do that independently.
I don't personally have it, but
Oh, you don't? I thought you did.
wait, which one?
I think it's like space shift or something.
Oh, I have blink. Yeah. But blink is like, I think I can't do anything in it. That's not the same as plane shift, where I like actually change. Like I think
Yeah.
I basically temporarily appear in it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I would like to use my what is it, robe of fading that I got from the dwarf place.
So you look in the elemental plane at the large mountain at the top of the hill. You see this glowing light of what looks like a gate, and it's not the gate, the wrought iron gate around you. You can kind of see that vaguely in this realm, but beyond it, there's an old, almost door that seems to be standing alone in the elemental plane,
Creepy.
Super creepy.
and it seems to be kind of made of 4 different colored metals. From this distance, it looks like one is this bright red metal, blue, white, and black.
Okay. I share all of that information with the group. Oh, it seems like there's a gate up near the manor or house of some sort that has
Perhaps they're friendly?
4 different. I get the sense that it is at least mysterious at best.
So you hear kind of like
Oh my.
a snapping sound, and you see the gate open and shut, but you don't see what goes through it or if anything does. You just see it.
How far
open
away
and
are
shut.
we?
It's way at the top of the hills. That's all you see is just the door just flicker
okay.
really quick.
Okay.
It's inside that massive manor at the top of the hill.
Does Giles know where we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Giles, do you know whose house that is?
Oh, that's the oh, I just turned the page on. It's killing me. That's the Rundworth Manor. It's one of the wealthy southern farmers' orchards. Really, I've done some business with him and years ago, but I haven't heard much, to be honest, and recently.
What sort of business?
Oh, he had some fruit from his orchard that he wanted me to transport, and he had quite a beautiful daughter, and we just mostly just casual type work. You understand?
Did you transport that fruit?
Oh, I did. I very much did.
It means he literally transported fruit.
Yes, I
The
did.
girl yelled at him.
Yes.
Um,
That fruit.
No, sad cat.
She's having fun.
Just keep telling yourself that.
She's enjoying
She
it.
doesn't look. No, she'll be fine. She'll be
Given
fine.
that you had such a successful
is it okay
business
that we're eating all
relationship
of these?
before, would you like to
Mhm.
escort
Yeah.
us into
Okay,
the
okay.
house?
Ooh,
You might have knowledge of where the Weeping Colossus is.
well, you see that shipment went missing, so yeah, I don't know if I want to go too much further into town, but I'm again happy to take a third of your profits for my
How about a tenth?
pay for transportation here.
10th.
No, I
Okay,
can just take off and leave at any time. Why should I stay?
I don't think we need him, do we?
You probably shouldn't.
Because I
All right.
cast a magical spell on your airship to know where it is at all times, and I'm going to go speak to the owner of this house.
Have you actually done that? He's gonna do an insight check on you. Are you deceiving me?
Roll against, yeah. So against my deception.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I'm a cleric deceiving someone.
When Zuga went to the elemental plane, did
16.
Everything from there.
16.
I got a 16.
So
what does
who
that mean?
wins?
We reroll.
Okay. 11. 10.
19.
Oh!
I'm sure you have cast all sorts of spooky magic spells on my airship, but I think that my airship and I will be just fine miles and miles outside of town. Thank you, though.
You're a simpleton, you wouldn't understand anyway.
Can I try to bat my eyelashes at him seductively a little bit?
Go ahead and roll either persuasion or deception, depending on whether you...
Can
Whether or not I'm
whether
hot?
you're actually interested.
can we get Paddington to bat his eyelashes?
Oh
You could
yes.
convince Paddington to do that. They've had a relationship.
I give Paddington like a little nudge.
Are we pimping out Paddington right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I give
Okay.
Paddington a little nudge, a little slap on the butt.
I'll
you
go
know?
ahead and roll Paddington against Giles here.
Paddington
Unless somebody
needs
else
to
wants
be
to roll for
very
Paddington.
sensual.
Oh, I really want to.
So Giles rolled in that one.
Okay.
I want
Paddington
to
wins.
prestidigitation to get like a little gust blowing through Paddington's stony face, so there's
Yeah.
some like dust coming off, you know.
And he says, well,
Would you really leave that behind?
he says, maybe I can at least stay outside of town, but you do need to pay me at least
What do you
200 gold pieces
We'll
For
pay you
what?
Something.
for transporting you around this entire...
We'll make it
area.
worth your while.
Paddington will make it worth your while.
Paddington. He's worth it.
Paddington to my quarters.
Poor
Paddington is
Paddington.
just like, this is my life now. This is what he's become. You're a stone prostitute. This is what you've done to Paddington.
Is the rest
Trafficking.
is the rest
Human
Gargoyle
trafficking,
Gargoyle,
if
gargoyle
it's
trafficking.
voluntary.
Yeah.
is the rest of the town like
It's
like it's not abandoned?
No. There's people going. The streets are just really quiet. But
Let's
there
check out
are.
some
You do
stores.
see people kind of furtively going between stores. You do see a kind of an inn in that more central downtown area that seems to have some activity going a little bit more normal.
Let's check
But
out
once
the
you kind of get out of
stores.
that main
Yeah.
strip, it kind of gets very, very quiet very
We
quickly.
check out the stores.
All right,
When
so
Zuga went to the elemental plane, did he take his like big barrel of whiskey with him?
his spice infused whiskey. We'll
Spice-
say.
Oh, it's spice infused? I thought it was just normal bourbon.
Oh, maybe
I think
that
it's
was
spiced.
a secret.
Oh, it is spiced. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that was a secret. But you guys, I think you.
You're a sandwich pizza eater.
Like
There's
only
nothing
near
wrong
the
with
end,
that.
I pulled it
There
a
are
little bit.
dozens of us. Dozens.
Get out.
There are dozens.
Alright,
I'm
well,
on
so-
Team Sandwich. Don't worry.
I need to pregame this before we go into town, so take
Yeah, you drink some.
a healthy
drink some.
swig.
So are you taking the spiced whiskey?
I don't think I know that it's spiced.
No, you
right?
don't. I think he's been hiding that from you guys. So you take a swig of his whiskey,
Yeah.
and suddenly there's a cat on one side that's
Right
meowing a
here.
lot. There's a big, like kind of like those like wobbly arm
Hear the
things.
meow in the distance.
There's like those wobbly arm things like in front of the like advertisements
dealerships.
you've seen before. You know,
Yeah,
like the
very
wobbly
good.
arm
Yeah.
things.
I start dancing a little bit.
And yeah, so as you go into town, you kind of are confronted by more strange features, but some of the
She has to do a Constitution saving throw.
oh yeah, that's right. She does have to do a con saving throw. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell him.
Teacher's pet over here.
That's
It's
to
not going to
see
get
if
you
you
any
need, if you do see anything.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're
yeah.
tough, then don't. You're fine.
Yeah, she
11?
could've succeeded. No, yeah. So you definitely keep seeing a lot of funny little creatures and animals and figures and things just kind of shifting in and out.
I see her dancing, and I'm kind of like, I start dancing along with her. I have no idea what's
And
going
then
on.
what
Like,
you see the armed figure going even wilder. It's like a frenzied dance, almost threatening.
Yeah, I take it as a challenge.
Okay,
Like-
so yeah, you see them both having kind of a dance off of the wiggly armed air things.
the saviors of the world, my friends.
Huh?
The saviors of the world.
I walk away.
Yeah. So Hypochondrius and you'll eventually make your way to the center of town. It's a very clean, very organized. All the streets are kind of laid out at 90-degree angles. They have matching.
clean. I don't
yeah,
like it.
exactly.
I don't like
They
it.
have
It's
Beautiful
too clean.
here.
very nice oak and willow trees with kind of drooping branches set at even intervals.
Stepford.
And they have kind of these wrought iron lamps that have what looks like these kind of infused pieces of metal that are kind of glowing.
What did they say?
Yes, indeed, that are glowing at the tops of these lanterns. And the downtown area is very neat. The inn is at the very rear end of the corner, and this main downtown street leads straight towards this enormous kind of mansion at the end that kind of ends in a wrought iron gate.
Is Giles with us or just us?
Giles is back at the.
So is this like
Him and
we
Pat,
consider this like an upscale town or just neat?
It's extreme. It's pretty wealthy. It's very well to do, and it's extremely neat.
Okay.
So it's more. And you see as you're walking around some different, like very well dressed patrons, like elves, dwarves, some mixed people, but they all seem to be heads down, kind of nervously going about their way. And there's not this kind of I guess sense of laid back enjoyment that you'd expect with any group of people that seem to be as well off as they are. People are very much going about their business. There's not this kind of hanging out, talking on the street corners.
I know that's what I was.
Stopped.
It's a monster. So whatever's in that
I'm
mansion.
sorry,
is
Kat.
trying
I'm
to
sorry.
get out.
I'm sorry. April hates you.
I hate you.
It's almost like the
Cold.
people of
She's
this
got
town have an
icicles on her
unspoken
whiskers
weight
now.
on themselves from a crippling student.
Yeah, I hear the sound again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
is
think it's
good.
just someone's speakers.
Music.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Or they're nailing something on the wall in rhythm.
Yeah. So everybody roll me a perception check.
Okay. Let's go.
19.
So you feel this almost thumping in
18.
the air coming from, and you as well. So,
22.
so anybody above 15, everybody feels this kind of like throbbing, pounding in the air, coming from coming from and you sense this is a dance-off challenge and start again, kind of getting
And I'm like,
letting
oh,
the spice, and but then it seems to be coming from that mansion at the end of the street, and then as it gets louder, people's heads hunch down a little bit more, and they hurry about their ways. And you see that some of the lamps and some of the lights near that side of the street start to bend and twist. And because there are kind of these like flames emanating out these stones in the lamps, they sometimes are twisting. They almost look like they're becoming rock for a moment before they go back to becoming flames.
Can we tuck into the inn quickly?
What are we
I
trying to
wanna
make,
go
take a
party.
rest or something?
No. I think the party's in here.
Can we just take a long rest?
They have alcohol in here.
Well,
Is the
yeah,
party,
I just-
where's the cool place to party?
I just
She must
want
have a dance
to.
party. I'm
I
down
think
for
we should
that.
pre-game here and then head over.
Deal.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's probably too early. It's dead right now.
It's only like 8, you know.
Yeah.
It's
You don't want to be
like-
the first guest.
Yeah, you're
That's
right,
embarrassing.
Got
It's
those pizza
dancing.
rolls.
I want to head into the
pizza
inn.
rolls?
Are they done? Did they
I think
bing?
so, yeah.
Oh, it'll cool. They're gonna be steaming, boiling
It's
lava
been a
hot.
couple minutes.
Okay, maybe it's
But I could be wrong.
yeah. I mean, I'm always down to
I like pizza rolls.
it's Fox's weakness.
I'm just gonna stretch while we're.
We're all getting up.
They're still pretty searing lava hot.
Okay.
If anybody wants like crusts, like if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, I have a crust.
And when I'm really desperate, I am, but I think I'm okay.
So I'll take that.
Yeah.
I remember that used to be like a literal secondhand market in middle school. Though it's like there'd be
For
the
crusts?
kids that didn't eat their crusts of anything, and then there'd be like the kids who would like gamble over their leanings and be like, "Well, I'll eat it if nobody else
We
does."
did a lot of trading, I know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was in El Paso. We were a little bit less. You know.
There was a lot of like, oh, I'll give you my carrot sticks for your Twinkie, and it's like, hell no.
Buy a girl a drink first, you know.
The cat knows.
Yeah, she knows. She
She
gets
knows
it.
your evil intentions.
Does she want to come in?
I mean, yeah, just because she's left out. Like, she's totally fine.
No,
She's just
it's
because she
not
can't.
cold.
okay.
It's like perfectly nice outside.
Yeah, no,
she
it's-
just wants
I'll be fine.
attention.
Whenever she's told she can't go somewhere, she immediately wants
She's
to
the
go there.
biggest attention hound in North America. Those are still searing lava hot. So
Put
just
it in
be
the
aware.
middle though, so
Yeah.
that everybody can.
Just to tempt me.
Just to tempt Adam.
I'm just gonna.
Alright. Why? Okay,
We
so
went to a
so yeah, so you go into the inn. It's it's like very classy, marble countertops, but you have some brass work behind the bar that's kind of holding very very nice bottles of booze, whiskey, wine, you name it, and they all kind of seem to have this like gold filigree, these very neat tablecloths, and kind of just like a single candle in the middle of each of them. A lot of the patrons sitting around the fire. Again, easy chairs around the fire and very well dressed with like polished boots sitting up. And it kind of has this, scent of kind of home baked stuff as you go inside.
I say, under my breath, excuse me, and I think I'm being quiet, but since I'm kind of drunk, it's not that quiet.
Yeah.
I immediately step in and take the lead and put on like my fanciest high elf demeanor.
Very fancy.
And the bartender's like one of those like pretty like it's got like a beard. It has like the white button down shirt with like, the sleeves rolled up in a vest.
Yeah.
And it's probably
So this is San Francisco.
yeah. He's probably gonna be really rude,
So I walk up to the bartender and say, hello. We are passing through town, and we saw.
Rude.
Don't mind her. We've
Is
had
there a problem?
Don't mind her. We've
Look,
had
we
a
have
we have
enough
a
customers.
we'd have
We
a
don't need more.
long day of travel. Long day of
Too many
travel.
customers. I don't need.
We're hoping to get some rest and a few drinks, and also inquire as to why everyone seems to have stepped inside all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, things have changed since the old master
Suddenly looks tasty.
has been a little busy these days. The orchards aren't in as high production as you say, used to be. But listen, the rooms here are going to be 10 gold a night, and each drink is going to be 5 gold each for our wells. So before I divulge any information about our beautiful town, I want to make sure that we're getting paid. You understand?
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I think he's being standoffish to seem elitist. That's unfortunate.
Can you be a 12?
I cannot. I can.
Do you have
As
a
a-
fate point at all?
I
Save
don't
it for
remember.
something more
I
important.
don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't seem.
I have a feeling you're right. It wouldn't matter anyway.
No.
yeah.
So he says, yeah, too bad. If you guys want to pay for rooms, pay for more, you can talk to the guests, but unless you're paying, you're leaving.
Could I get a shot of your cheapest whiskey
That'll be 5 gold.
mixed with a shot of your most expensive whiskey?
That'll be 50 gold.
with some water from that barrel over there next to there.
That'll be 57 gold. That's
Could
water from the Irish countryside.
Could I have it
Ireland.
for free, please?
No.
Can I?
Your friend's drunk. Take care of her if she leaves.
Can I see?
She has the dance inside her.
And once you start dancing, are you dancing to the kind of the phantom beat that's in the air?
Can we hear it from in there?
Yeah, you can hear this as faint, like. So immediately he's like, "Get out, you, and you, get out, right now."
Oh, you don't want to party with us?
No.
You just
Get
lost
out.
a customer.
So he waves,
I don't
and
need you.
then two kind of figures dressed in, very nice khaki, kind of like very neat button-downs, aprons, but they seem like a lot bigger than the average bartender. They kind of say, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I think one of your friends is looking for you outside."
Can
Who?
Yeah. She's right out here. I know.
I'll be right out with you.
They start guiding you two towards the door.
Can I use my robes to see if there's anything elemental going on? Here?
So yeah, you can look into the elemental plane. You don't see anything in this particular inn or anything, but you do see kind of that same bright light. And again, that door made of 4 kind of different pieces in the middle. And again, it flicks open and shut. And that's it.
Is there anything going on in here that is like out of the ordinary for a normal like inn? Other than them being rude and kicking them out for wanting to drink.
You notice give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. 21.
So yeah, you notice that there's between the elemental and the material plane, when you're kind of shifting between, you see that there's almost these waves as the door is kind of flicking open and shut. There's these waves of kind of this strange, like kaleidoscopic light that are kind of rippling across the town. They're not really getting all the way to the bar, but there's kind of these faint, just kind of like waves that are.
Is it in the
issuing
rhythm
out.
of the bowl?
Does he hear it? Yeah, it is.
Can I message this? Not say it to them,
Yeah.
but message it to
Yep,
everybody.
you can message it to everybody. So suddenly, you see there's this kind of like twisting light just emerging from whatever's going on at the
But we can't see
House
anything,
of
right? You
Light.
have
We
to.
don't see
Can I like shimmy up to the bartender and distance myself from the more crass part of my party? Just to, like see if I can buy any loyalty with him by being a little more highbrow, and
So
say,
you drink the well drinks are 5, the top shelf is 50, and the rooms are 10 gold.
top shelf.
So he goes up very top, pours you a nice bottle of whiskey, slaps it down in front of you, and it's delicious.
I will pay that 50 gold.
Mm.
Look,
I'm
we're
just looking
passing
through the window.
we are passing
I
passing
know.
through town and have been making our rounds through the countryside, looking to eliminate the issues caused by some things of elemental nature. I was wondering if perhaps you had been ailed.
I saw nothing. We saw nothing.
He broke. Is this the key
We never
tell?
tell Courtney.
It's 80-20, dude. It's 80-20.
It's paleo. The caveman probably made himself some caveman Totinos back in the
Yeah.
day.
I say, look, we've been making our way through the countryside, trying to rid innocent citizens of elemental problems, and we're hoping to help this town out if, for any reason, you sense something is off.
Listen, I don't know what you know about the elements, but things close to the bosses, man, have been pretty weird lately. Fire gets real cold, it doesn't burn like it normally does. Water just evaporates too fast. Look, I don't know what the heck the boss is doing, but for the last couple of years, he's been getting weirder and weirder. I'm gonna be leaving town in a couple of weeks if this gets any worse. I think everybody's been a little bit on edge lately, if you understand.
Now,
Things have been starting to change all over Desert Valley.
you had every right to kick my companions out. I probably would have done the same.
We
in the window with
But-
my
but
nose
I
and
am-
stuff like this.
I am curious. I am
I'm
curious
still dancing.
as to why their movements were a giveaway for you to kick them out. What did that indicate to you?
Listen, people who go to the boss's house sometimes start dancing to whatever kind of thing they have going on there. And once someone starts dancing, they don't really stop. The boss did some experiments towards the end. And I think things have been changing everywhere, but they've been changing a little faster around here.
Is there anyone in town who has a vested interest in changing those things?
Well,
Aside from everyone.
any of us here who have a working job that are trying not to pick up their entire lives and leave do. I'll tell you, if you can make whatever this thing is stop, I got 200 gold in it for you.
That's 4 drinks.
Make it
Top
two,
shelf.
make it 250
That's
to pay back
20
the
well drinks.
make it 250 to pay back that drink, and you have a deal.
Roll me persuasion.
Okay. That sucks. $14.
All right. 250. And listen, us friends here. If you can take care of this little problem, you can always talk to us folks in the guild, if you understand. And he gives you, and you, because you're there as well, a little business card almost, but it doesn't have any names written on it. Just a symbol.
Just a phone number and a winky face.
Just a symbol.
I can't wait for Jeff
Like
to hand us
that.
a little dick butt on paper.
What? The dick butt? What's
Yeah.
that? Did we go and do that at one point? My terrible.
No.
No, I'm saying just like draw that on paper and hand that, and just like this is their symbol,
Yeah.
the crest.
So it's something like this. So you get this particular business card,
Okay.
and he says, "Look, show that to any of us who are in the guild, and if you take care of this problem, you'll have priority service."
I see it one more time, just in case it's.
Yeah, and he's giving this to you. This
Okay,
is just for
I don't need it.
visual aid. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
yeah, okay.
He's giving you guys a card. You
Don't need to get it tattooed on my arm in real life. Just,
Yeah.
Can.
But yeah,
I highly suggest it just for the memories.
Where's the cat? Oh, there she is.
yeah.
Danielle
had a heart
Panic,
attack
panic.
for 10 seconds.
Yeah. No, about 0.25 seconds.
Yeah. My baby. My precious.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you for the information, and we'll keep you posted.
Enjoy the drink.
I finish the drink and I step outside and
Yeah.
tell them. What do you folks want to do?
Shall we go shopping? Or shall we go straight to this party?
I don't know. It still looks pretty dead in there.
So both of you give me a intelligence saving throw.
Tell him. Not my
Oh,
strong
saving throw.
Because we've been dancing in the music.
Oh my.
suit.
So many mind controls
Do
going
madness
around.
points apply here?
Just do it. What's that?
Do madness points apply here?
How does a
No,
how
you
does
guys
a
are.
7
You
work?
can turn this in. You're no longer.
Oh, here you go.
How does a
You're
7
free.
work for you?
How does a
Jeff?
5 work for you?
So you all start picking up the pace. You're dancing more. You're starting to get tired, and it's starting to actually cause some exhaust. Like you're like, I'm tired of dancing. So you both take 1 damage from exhaustion.
1 damage.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I hear anything, or is it not audio?
It's very faint. You just hear like the
So it's just like
Like
it's
that.
just like
Feels so bad.
She knows better.
Okay. Shall we explore the town a little bit?
Yeah.
So sad.
So you see down the main avenue a lot of the similar stuff. There's general store in.
with me.
You see some what looks like almost like a very very nice fruit stand with like not just normal fruit, but that stuff that's wrapped in foil, like those types of peaches, and like these very very nicely packaged, custom types of like the Asian pear type things, and further down you see a weapons shop, what looks like weapons and armory, and then at kind of closer to the mansion you see like an apothecary, like a potions pharmacist shop, as you say.
Alright, I want to go to the weapons shop.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Apothecary.
Go
Okay.
to that as
I
well.
want to. No.
Yeah.
Go to
I just want to stand outside and observe people.
Okay.
watch.
So so you can roll me a perception check whenever you want.
Okay.
You go into the weapons shop.
Mhm.
So you go in there.
Well, I'm with her.
So both of you go in the weapons shop.
Start.
I really need a DM's
My
guide at
weapons
some
are
point,
pretty
but
OP, but you never know.
Do you want it?
I wouldn't know where to look, sadly. But one of these days I'll just. Red lights, just do it.
Is that like my pajama shirt last night?
What?
Exactly.
My shirt that I wore to bed.
Um,
You were singing that song.
So yeah, so you go into the weapons shop. Farm vehicles. Options. No. Where's the? It's one thing that's super annoying. It's impossible to find. Ah, here we go. Weapons. So you see
You're so sad.
So you see a pike, a scimitar, a whip,
Ooh.
and a glaive.
I use seduction.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
On who? On the shopkeeper?
On the
or-
whip.
On the whip. What is my modifier?
Straight.
16.
The whip is not seduced. The whip is resilient against your wiles.
Darn it,
But,
my seduction is just not going well.
But yeah, but as you start kind of like trying to hit on the whip, staying in your dance moves, you suddenly, the music seems to get louder. Go ahead and roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Why is it gotta be intelligence, man? 16?
Alright, so you feel okay. And you're good. Alright.
Is there a shopkeeper here?
Yeah, so the shopkeeper's there, and he's kind of like listening, but he still seems pretty cogent. He's kind of like, all right, well, what do you guys? And he kind of like, now that his shop is a little closer to this place, but he seems to kind of have a beat to his.
I kind of
Dictates
point and I'm
as
like,
well.
yeah, I'm here too.
And he says, what? Yeah. He's having trouble kind of
It's
articulating
kind of
himself.
weird, right?
Um,
Stop dancing.
Just feels right, man.
It's just a good beat.
Where's the armor? He has some. These are weapons. Oh, there we go. Armor shields. Hooray! So he has studded leather armor, scale mail. So studded leather armor is 12 plus your dex modifier. Scale mail is stealth. It's heavy, so it's 14 plus your dex modifier. And then he has ring mail, which is another 14, just flat. And then he has a cap, a middle cap, which would be +1 to whatever your AC is. Like just like one of those skull cap type things. And then that's pretty much it.
He only has one of those?
Yep.
I'm probably okay on AC. Your AC super high too, right?
Yep.
Mine's like 19.
How much for that sweet cap, sir?
Oh, that'll be 50 gold.
Price is here. So it's it.
He just says, behind his thing. Yeah, I
I
know.
feel it, and then I dance with him.
Can I insight to see if he's swindling me?
Yeah.
Or,
I can't just
16?
give up.
So it's kind of like Whole Foods pricing, where it's definitely overpriced, but it's Whole Foods.
Is she happier in the room?
Probably fine there, but
So,
we just worry.
what can you tell me about this cap? Is it sustainably sourced?
Yeah.
Cruelty free?
Yeah, we got all the stone right out of these hills, right, all the metal right
It's
out of these
local?
hills.
It's local?
Local, sustainably farmed, nice, gentle ironing and smelting process. Been great.
The children that smelted it.
Yes,
No,
they
they
were
were-
definitely children and coerced into
Were they
labor.
also the children
Yeah.
who dealt it?
Yeah, you smelt it.
He dealt it.
How about I give you 40 instead because of that?
There's
Sweet
the
joke
card.
you made.
Twitch. Twitch is like, why can't we see the card? And I'm like,
I'll give you 40 for the cap.
He seems to be. Go ahead and roll me persuasion with advantage. He seems to be kind of grooving to the music though, so you might have a better shot. Relax, just do it.
20.
Yep. Oh, so he's like, all right, you got it. He hands you the cap. You have +1 to AC.
Yeah, nice.
Woo!
What's your AC now?
Woo! Woo!
18.
Nice.
Woo! And then yeah, that's. He just is kind of sitting there. You see
Just
his
stand
eyes
behind
becoming
us, okay?
more and more
Just stand behind
glassy.
everyone else.
His eyes just
What's
grow a
your
little
AC?
bit more
12?
more glassy as time goes on.
Yeah.
He's sort of starting to zone out a little bit.
Would I be able to find this on D&D Beyond or no?
No, it's not usually. There's nothing besides armor that usually modifies.
Okay.
That's just more of an extra +1 because you guys are gonna need it.
You're gonna need it. I got a 21 for perception outside for watching the townspeople.
Oh, yeah, 21. Okay, so what you're noticing is that, that kind of that there's like a kind of a cloud that almost seems to be changing the every time that a beat strikes, like it's not necessarily even jamming to the beat anymore. It's almost a cringe of pain for some of the people that are closer to the building, and they're kind of as if something is, and if you're looking really, you got 21, so you see really closely. You see someone's hand. They kind of extend it, put their hand up against the building, and you see it almost morph to stone and then morph back.
Are they playing
And then
Nickelback or
he's-
something? Like, what's happening?
Look at this photograph! Oh God! Oh no! Every time I see a mix, it burns.
Someone stumbles up. Kill me.
It'll make me die. Yes, it's Nickelback.
Thought so.
Oh man, yeah.
Okay.
So
Good
it
to know.
seems like something's it's starting to harm them as they're getting closer to the city. And
Can we make it canon that I have no rhythm?
huh?
Can we make it canon that I have no rhythm?
Yeah.
Can I be like trying to dance and like kind of like failing?
Yeah. Very confused. Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like trying to get the rhythm and kind of like. I just want that to be
So just like
canon.
real
I don't
life.
know if that affects anything, but I just
Got her.
want that to be real.
Yes.
Is that what he said?
I was just.
I have great rhythm in real life.
She does
so.
have great rhythm. She knows. She
I
knows.
don't
That.
need to-
Yeah.
yeah.
She's not even mad. Doesn't even punish me for that. She knows how much of a.
Goes to slap your hand like.
I can't get it on rhythm.
Yeah, so you try it. Okay, yeah. So you're starting to notice that there's something that seems to be kind of happening coming out of that main base.
Cool.
The main base is the
We
main
should.
one?
Yeah, we should investigate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
and then-
apothecary or did you already look?
I don't think I've got it yet.
You haven't gone. Oh yeah. So you go to the apothecary. You see just some like it looks like kind of like a little bit like this is more like the BS like sort of like the herbal side of Whole Foods. Whereas there's like a lot of potions. Not a lot of them seem legit. there's just like powders and what looks like just food coloring and water.
The ones that are the most diluted work the best.
We really are in San Francisco.
But then what you do notice, there's one healing potion. It looks like a greater healing potion. But the person behind the counter, you walk in, he doesn't greet you.
Is he dancing?
I just start picking things up and holding them and playing with them. And
He doesn't seem to move. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I think that's a 20.
Nice.
No, 21.
So you notice that at first glance it looks like he's like deep in concentration on his desk, but you see what looks like roots of almost stone going up his arm, crawling up into his face, and it seems to be like almost and you see this kind of beads of blood kind of bleeding out, and with each kind of beat of the drum, like the roots kind of climb up higher and higher, and they're slowly just starting to encase him in stone, or starting to kind of just like expand and blossom. And
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yes.
This happened to Paddington before.
14.
Right?
It was like dark corruption.
14.
No, he was being turned into
So with
stone.
14, yeah, you know that this is some sort of like twisting of the elements, making what would be like flesh and skin into stone. And if you look around the store, you see some of the potions as well. Ones that seem to have water in them are bursting into flames suddenly and going back to water, and they're starting to kind of like, you see these little sparks of flame on top, and they return to water, and sparks of flame on top, and they return to water.
They seem confused. I'm not there, but if I was there, I would think they were confused.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to cast a spell magic on the guy.
Okay.
And so any spell 3rd level or lower ends. 4th level, he has to do DC plus 10. Which would be 13.
We'll say it ends because he's at the fringes of this effect. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything retracting or receding. It just looks like the stone that was kind of his hand was becoming is just going back to flesh. What the heck? What was that damn music?
What happened to you?
I don't know, it was just here in the store. Did you get that? Did you get that? And he's kind of feeling his arm, just very confused. Did you get that stuff off of me?
Yes, someone just say it's what I do.
Take whatever you want. Take whatever you want. I need to get out of here. And he immediately just is like, he seems to be just afraid for his life at this point. He's grabbing just some money out of the counter, and he's stuffing his pockets. And he's
Wait,
just
what
like,
happened to you?
I don't know. Something weird's been going on in this town ever since all this stuff has been going wrong. Once the delegates disappeared, things have been changing around here. Been just going wrong. People walking into the... Hey, cat.
Like, just in case you forgot, still here.
Huh?
I said, she's like, just in case you forgot, I'm still here.
Yeah, she's like, I am still here. But yeah, so he, he's like, listen, I don't know. Our master started to think that whatever this delegate issue had was good for trade, and he started trading with some of these, some unseemly types, people who were strange, could manipulate elements, and the town's just gotten worse and worse. He's just been making deals with these people, and then about a month ago, shut himself up in his house with a few of these fellows, and that damned music started. I'm getting the hell out of here, if you ask me.
What was he trading with them?
Food, supplies, and whatever else they were mining from those mountains.
The mountains here.
Yeah, the mountains here. And, yeah, and he continued to pack up his stuff. The cat is responding to the magic. Yep.
She's dancing.
Can chat hear the cat right now?
I'm sure they can. This thing is pretty sensitive, this mic, so they probably can hear the Myria.
Now all of the internet knows your shame.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm sorry.
that Adam guy's the worst.
Yeah, Adam, why would you?
No, she's fine. She just wants attention. She's not. Yeah.
Even if she was in the bedroom, she would want out. If we were all in the bedroom and she was out here, she would want in. Like it's.
Yeah, and if we were all out there and she was in here, she would be meowing to come out.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Constantly.
can I spread my dander upon
She
me?
just
the
wants
weak,
to be near everyone.
the people that have an affinity for my dander.
So are we all now out on the street again, or?
Yeah, so you're all back out on the street. This guy's kind of left the store unless you want to try to like get him on his way out. But you can just take whatever. You can just kind of like take whatever you want.
He said
Sure.
we can have anything.
Can I do an Arcana check of the things on the shelves?
I
Yeah.
took the healing potion.
Yeah, so you take the greater healing. You get a potion of greater healing for rescuing that guy.
Healer.
And
Or anything
you,
particularly magical or special?
You run an Arcana check on the shelves, and the only thing that you see that has a magical
For what it's worth, it wasn't a great Arcana check, but 12.
affinity is what looks
No,
like
13.
There's only one thing that seems to have some sort of magical charge to it, but it's a mouse that looks like it's made completely out of stone.
I'll take it.
A mouse?
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah, so you take this little petrified mouse.
Meow.
and-
Meows.
He's getting into my
It's
head
getting-
too. I get one insanity point for the cat. But yeah, so then so yeah, you take this kind of stone mouse.
I put it
You feel
in my
this
bag.
charge of energy, and it seems to be matching the beat of whatever is going on.
I put it in my bag, but I like put it in like in a spare pouch or something, and like tie that pouch.
Yeah, you tie it shut.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it can't rummage around if
Okay.
it,
Cool.
this is a mouse that comes to life at some point.
Cool. So you kind of put it in a glass jar. Maybe there's a bunch. You dump some stuff out, put them in there, and yeah, you guys are in the apothecary shop. There's not too much else. Like this is kind of very much a Whole Foods health section. Not too much that actually does anything here.
This place is terrible.
Do they have the snore away, whatever?
Yeah, they have pills for just about every ailment you can think of. They all look really similar.
Nothing is made. Nothing is made without seeds.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of chia.
Yeah.
The ingredient is sugar.
Well, it seems that near the manor there's some kind of gate. It seems that gate is causing some kind of elemental disturbance here, and in lieu of potentially going to the fire temple, perhaps we should check this out and eliminate this first.
Yes.
Does
Perhaps,
be
perhaps.
mysterious gate.
Although I would suggest not starting to dance. It's quite hard to stop.
I have no intention of making a fool of myself.
I'm not making a fool of myself. I'm just
Okay.
saying. I'm
Right,
just saying,
right.
And then I look kind of sad.
So you guys start heading towards
Thank you.
You start heading towards the big mansion. The mansion.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
So as you get closer, beautiful wrought iron gate.
I want to keep my eyes open with special robes. I want to look with my special eyes the whole time.
So you don't notice too much
special
movement on the
eyes.
elemental plane until you start getting closer.
Okay.
And you see what looks like elemental. You just see what looks like a flash of fire going in the door and closing, and then just a block, like kind of like a piece of stone going through the door and it closing. But they just are kind of passing backwards and forwards in the elemental
This
plane.
is the
There's not really
strangest
like a
party
clear-
I've ever been to.
Do we have any of the amulets with us right now?
Yeah, Mikkel does, but maybe we can just, for the sake of retcon, who wants to hold? Okay, everybody roll a
Yeah, we can
1d4,
find that.
and
That's
whoever
probably
gets the
the
highest,
highest.
or a d20, and whoever gets the highest wins.
Nope, 16.
11.
5.
3. And we're going for lowest gets the amulet, right?
Yeah, it was low.
Okay, well,
So-
folks, that's only fair.
Closest to the average.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The number he
so
was
before
thinking of
Twitch
is
switched
3.
into the elemental
Yes.
plane, he gave you an amulet. You take by getting it, you took some damage, but we'll say that was a while ago. But you hear kind of two voices say, "How are you doing, Master?"
Oh, wonderfully.
Excellent. Excellent. I believe you had a question for us.
What do you know about this gate? What's happening to it?
It seems like it's one of the many way gates into the elemental plane, but this seems to have been changed, as it were. Yes, tampered with. Pure forms do not create such aberrations.
Who or what could tamper with a gate like this?
Well, it may be, I can only speculate, sir, but someone with a pretty significant amount of power. Power that perhaps would match our own, sir.
Oh, that sounds threatening.
Indeed, sir.
Can you tell us the rest
Yeah,
of
I'll
this?
tell you this.
I feel like
Oh my
it
god.
must be Silas.
The first person to wear the amulet who's not a dick about
I
it.
know.
I
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
We saw you staring off into space for like a minute, and
like
we
you
figured
get
we'd
off.
just have to sit here and take it, you know?
It's like they get
Thank
off on
you.
being withholding.
Oh, that's Backbuster or whatever.
Yeah.
Lucille.
Yeah, Lucille.
It's like she gets off on being withholding.
Am I getting off? Buster. This is me. Oh man,
Okay.
it's so good.
Well, it
So,
sounds
should
like
we go?
our friend Silas, which is great because I kind of want to puncture a new butthole for him. So
We are in the business of that.
Yes.
That's what we
yes.
do.
Well, do we approach the gate or the skirt around it and approach the manor?
I thought the gate was in the manor.
It's like near the courtyard, or
It's,
what
yeah,
is
it's around. So there's like that elemental gate inside. So you're right, and then there's a iron like fence around
Got
the
it.
manor
Okay.
with like an old wrought iron thing. So I probably
Are there
work through
any?
there.
Are there any people around?
No, it's very, very quiet.
Is it
It's
dark?
pretty much empty so far. Yeah, it's completely dark. There's no lights inside,
No
except for what
lights.
seems to be this kind of kaleidoscopic color that's very occasionally flashing through, kind of like this front window. So
But we
there's kind of like,
Oh.
But we can see the kaleidoscopic color from this plane.
yeah.
So sad.
I know.
It's actually,
It's just because she can see us too. Like,
I could close.
It might be fine. You could probably
No,
figure it
no,
out.
that's so
do that.
much sadder now. But then you can't see if she jumps up on anything.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's
it's
true. That's true. That's true.
Honestly, I think it's fine. I think last time was only bad because I touched her. We could try it.
All right. Well, once she quiets down, because she cannot get,
Well, she probably won't. Quite
she can't get what she wants while she's
She's
standing.
going for an hour strong. I really don't
Now
think
she
you're
knows
doing
that she
She's
just
being
has to
quiet right
meow
now.
for an
All
hour.
right. She's being quiet. Yeah, she does.
Oh,
No.
Oh my god, you're so cruel. You,
Alright,
it's because you pump faked it.
Come
You,
on, cat. There you go. You little lion.
oh.
Come here, beast. I know. All right. What do you
Like, I'm so mistreated.
What do you?
she's mad now.
She's
Yeah,
so
baby.
mistreated.
She's fine.
You're fine, cat.
She's like, I want to run around.
Bye.
All right.
Straight for the food.
Yeah, she's
A
she's
cat after my own
She's
heart.
just like sitting watching us eat the whole time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why she's like
I
bagel
know.
bites, bagel bites.
Don't touch the cat. Reminder, it's cute and
I
fluffy,
want to.
but don't do it. It's
Yeah,
gonna come
don't
over
do it.
here and expect pets, and you're gonna not do it.
Oh, I'm gonna
She'll
have to
probably
not
just
pet her.
come-
I'm gonna
Yes.
slap your hand if you do it.
Yeah.
Did you get like wrecked badly?
I
Yeah.
was just like sniffling a lot. I'm not like
Oh,
deathly.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you were like
That's good.
definitely the whole night sniffling,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
complaining
That's
about
so
sniffling.
sad. I'm so. I mean, I'm really glad I'm not allergic.
Someone's
to
gonna be
cats.
complaining about a knife and then.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're not allergic. Oh man, that's rough.
Pardon me. What's
I said
that?
I'm glad you're not allergic to cats. That would be rough.
Yeah, I get a little bit, but I spray. I do that
Probably
dander
less
spray.
allergic.
You just dust off all.
I
of
just
your face,
everything.
yeah.
So witness me.
I just like power clean
Here.
myself to get
Yeah, I
it
feel
through.
like I'm not that much.
I live, I die, I live again.
I sneeze. I die, I sneeze again.
Because you like can have her sit on your lap and stuff. And you're
Yeah,
fine.
I don't get too messed up now. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys, there's this kind of this like old gate. It looks like the iron is pretty much peeled away, and very very neat gardens. But as you get closer, you see just kind of like these motes of light kind of starting to appear. Let's say you just push open the iron gate. It's kind of creaky, but it does.
It's just
Can
open.
we
Yeah.
can we be
It's
very
pretty beat up.
careful
Yes.
here?
Can we stealth?
Let me cast Pass Without Trace.
I don't know if we need to, but
And I'd also just
So you get disadvantage on stealth.
friendly reminder of always keep an eye out on both planes with my revs.
Heavy armor.
Deal.
So if any like big looming elementals like standing over us, I want to know about it.
Deal.
And then we're Pass Without Tracing.
Yeah.
So we get plus 10,
Dope.
right?
Yeah,
So
on top of
28.
Okay.
All right then.
Yes, plus
25.
Ooh.
You get plus 10.
33.
For 14. And that's
Stealthy as a
24, so 14.
Okay. You're lucky there was a passed out trace around.
Yep.
And you're lucky that wasn't a nat 1.
Yep.
So you all creep forward and you see, you look through kind of this stained glass window, or as you kind of walk up to the building, there's a wrought iron door, there's 2 clear windows, and then you see like more light kind of flickering inside. And you see 3 figures kind of bowing down with their hands up towards this kind of what looks for you all like a bar of light, and to you it looks like a like that gate. Like you kind of see the actual gate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
we're
we
inside
go?
the house?
They're inside the house. No, you're outside. You're like looking.
So the
through
gate
side
is
window.
inside the house.
Yeah, the gate's inside the house.
Like
in, the
in-
living room,
in
and
the
like the main
structure.
entryway. There's 2 kind of stairways going up on either side.
Is there?
That's right in the middle.
Can we see if there's any other entrance into the house?
Yeah. Sneak around to
Yeah,
the
other
back.
than the front door.
Mm-hmm. So as you look around, as you go around the side, you see there's a servant's entrance at the back, kind of like leading up to the backyard.
I won't be entering through there.
Indeed. And there's like a door leading into the gardens. There's about 4. There's a kind of cardinal direction. There's an entrance on each side. There's door to the gardens on the kind of the western side, southern side, servant entrance, and then the eastern side. It looks like more like supply, where there's like these bigger kind of rolling gates where they would probably be taking a lot of the goods that this place was trading in and out.
Ooh, let's go that way. See if we can find anything good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just not walking through the servants.
Obviously.
Okay, so you go through the supply entrance, and you see figures. But they all seem to be holding boxes, and they're frozen mid-motion.
Does it look like the thing that happened to the shopkeeper? I guess we didn't
So
see
you can
it,
go up
so-
and investigate, but right now you just kind of see people holding boxes in stasis.
Do we feel anything weird other than they're dancing a bit? But do I feel anything weird?
Go ahead and give me a intelligence saving throw.
You shouldn't have asked.
What I asked and said.
No. No, you don't. You know,
is the mechanic if you talk about the effect it happens,
it happens.
right?
No. Just give me a. Everybody actually give me a.
Oh, are
intelligence
you
saving
sure we need to do this whole intelligence saving throw
That was an
thing?
11.
Oh, you
For
didn't
you.
crit
throw.
fail.
Yeah.
Didn't. What's my saving throw?
3.
How do I see what my save is? Oh, alright,
Uh-oh.
whatever.
What'd you roll?
12.
Crit?
Yeah, fail.
Oh
So it sounds like everybody failed
12.
here. So everybody takes 6 points of psychic damage.
Good.
Or actually of bludgeoning damage. And you guys feel, this kind of, it's almost feels like someone punched you in the stomach.
My brain hurts.
So, yeah, sorry. I normally try to remember, but I was like, oh wait, they haven't procced anything yet.
6 points is right.
Yeah, 6 points.
She's just going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Shut the door. Rude.
Jeez.
Oh, be a lady.
We're all out here. Yeah, so you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You kind of feel like almost like you've eaten something that's really sitting poorly with you, like this kind of like just sickening cramp in your gut.
I think it was the
Taco
Pizza
Bell.
Hut.
And
Pizza Hut.
yeah, so you all are looking in, but you are all starting to kind of feel this like kind of inevitability, this momentum, this kind of this beat. So not everybody's dancing, but everyone's starting to bob their heads a little bit, like this kind of inevitability.
I'm angry about it though.
Yeah. God, I hate songs. But then it is so then you're looking in this service entrance. It looks like there's a cart that's been pulled up, but and then someone's standing right above the cart holding a box.
Not moving.
completely not moving. There's someone at the door holding a box, and then you see someone with arms folded in front of a box with like a bunch of gold filigree, and he has like a huge scimitar and what looks like an orb. So there's one of these people like that has like a scimitar, and then another one of them that looks like a guard that has like this kind of like spherical orb that seems to be kind of spiraling.
Yeah,
Careful.
stealthily go up and
grab-
investigate.
I look at the orb.
So as you
I was
go
gonna
up,
say, careful. If we open that box, we might get very cool things. So we should do it.
I said the orb. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
While she does
I
that,
want it.
I'm like, I want to like investigate the people and make sure they're actually frozen.
yeah. So as you go up to look at the people, like you see, most of their skin, like kind of in these like blotchy patches, has like started to turn to stone, and like you see like just kind of slight bits of blood weeping out from where like the stone meets whatever's remaining of the flesh. But most of these people here have been almost completely turned into stone from.
Can I sense any
flesh.
life coming from them? Like, are their eyes moving?
If the people around the chest, you sense that they probably still have some life remaining.
Okay.
I grab the orb.
So
Say sorry.
you hear this like crackling sound of rock, and the hand tightens around the orb, and then you see this other hand like reach up really slowly, and it says, "Are you the one who did this to us?" And then a bar of a kind of bright white light kind of expands out from his hand, and you are going to take an attack. It's a net one, so
Nice.
because he's been turned into stone, his hand is going to rock back, and it's just going to blow a chunk, and it's going to look like almost chain lightning. It's going to blow a chunk out of the ceiling. The stone is going to kind of go a little bit dimmer, or like that kind of orb that he's holding is going to go a little bit dimmer, and this kind of like chain lightning is going to go up, and you're going to hear rocks start falling very loudly where you are.
So,
And you guys hear, and the beat starts to go faster and faster, and it starts to speed up now. And it's been pretty much constant, so now it just is starting to kind of like whatever Jumanji
They
does.
should call this music rock and roll.
I teleport him.
if liking it is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
We are on the pun land of puns tonight. I like that.
Don't come near the allergy person.
Where is the room where all this is coming from? We should move on this quick. I feel like.
I still want the orb.
Yeah, is
Just
there
right there
other...
on his
So
hand.
you're able to now that he's
Okay,
kind of
good.
like done what he was going to do, wrest the orb out of his hand. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I also do want to say
Can
to
I-
him,
Yeah, tell him.
no, we're not the people who did this. We're going to try to undo this, but we also like nice things, so we're going to take this to see if it helps us undo this.
So you see another one of the stone figures with a scimitar that's like right over her head stops when he hears what you're saying, and it just like very faintly nods.
I got a 17.
All right, so you notice that this scimitar was coming down at you, but but thankfully, well spoken. And go ahead and actually, yeah, well, that's fine. So then you see right behind them a golden chest, but this it looks like it's made of. It has that same material that is in that water dagger that you all have. That dwarvish metal that's been
Allorasium /
Allorasium.
unobtainium / whatever all the different
So-
names we've given it. Yeah.
Sorsorium. Yeah, so you see that this has kind of been imbued with that, so that the treasure chest itself does not seem to have been affected by whatever is going on right now.
I would like to check it for traps.
Oh, where's the trap wand?
Oh, get the trap wand.
Oh, trap wands.
Trap wand.
Wand. Trap queen.
I don't really know what trap music is, but
It's like that.
And at this point, I'm too afraid to
I'm too
ask.
afraid to ask. I'm not really in on
It's
the
like
music.
It's like electronic.
I figured, but I didn't want to assume, and
Yeah.
then look dumb.
What are all the
It's like
hip
dubstep.
kids listening
Yeah, I'm
to
like,
these?
I don't know the difference between trap and dubstep.
It's pretty much dubstep.
It's funny for how much
That's trap
like
music.
a light bite go by.
People
For how
like to
much?
drive really fast.
For how much time I spend on Reddit, I feel like I'm like woefully out of touch with all pop culture.
Yeah, no, I'm like.
Granted, Reddit's not really good pop culture.
Yeah.
It's good like internet culture.
Yeah.
That's very different.
It's
Yeah.
like, well, for some reason I'm on the fine arts Reddit, so I don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Okay,
didn't
that's
it didn't
fine.
crop up on our philosophy, so
Yeah.
I don't really
didn't
know.
really catch
I just
it.
played our Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Trap music was not brought
Alright,
up.
so
there.
any traps within
Yeah, so you
30
do your
feet?
trap wand. It doesn't point to the chest, but it points towards something inside.
The chest?
You can't see because it is kind of obscured by kind of
I
a crystal
assume
hallway.
toward the big elemental door.
Or something inside the chest. You
From where you are standing, you can sense that the elemental door would be a little bit different. It would be placed differently. There's something else between you and that door.
inside the chest.
There's nothing in the chest. If you opened it.
Like
yeah,
the-
I
So you're
open
trying
it.
to open it?
Just go quick.
Right, so give me a strength check.
I probably won't open it.
I'll open it.
Here,
I'll-
we'll just see if I have a nope.
I got
That's a
this. I
yeah.
got this.
You know what? I start to touch the chest and I say this is going to be embarrassing, and I pull off. I'm gonna know.
Alright.
I didn't roll great though. A 10.
So you're unable to get it open. It's very tightly locked, unless you have some sort of lock picking or
Wexley,
anything.
Wexley.
I don't have lockpicking.
Or do you have anything you can try
No,
to...
strength.
You
Can
can
I
try to
try also?
destroy it, but it
Can I
would
try?
risk
I'll try.
damaging whatever's
Then
inside.
I
I'll try.
didn't roll very well. Someone's got to roll well.
17.
There we go.
Alright, so you're able to get this thing open. And the barbarian...
By the way, I am
turns bright red.
closely watching the contents of the chest when she opens it.
So you
I'm getting close
I'm
to her
too
'cause-
drunk to like be stuck, you know.
So
thinking
you
about
see
stealing, so,
2
like-
ingots
You
of
throw
gold.
up in the chest immediately.
You see two... you see 2 ingots of gold valued at...
You're just looking wrong.
No, it's yours. Keep it. You see 200 gold each
Oh,
for each of these
200.
ingots. So there's
Perfect.
400, pretty much net 400 pieces of gold in there.
Well, that's not 200 each.
No, in each ingot. There's
Oh,
if you
yeah.
just like let's say you split
Yeah,
them in half.
yeah.
Whatever. 400. So 400 net gold pieces worth in there, and then you see this
It's only
old,
enough for 2 people.
huh?
What are we? What is it? What is it?
There's
You have
400.
magical Venmo. It's fine.
Yeah, magical feminine, 400 gold pieces. You can convert it. Somebody takes it, gives the other person 100 gold pieces. You're fine.
Okay.
So pretty much you can either distribute. You have 400 gold pieces to distribute.
Got it.
Give 1 gold to the other guys.
And a old, what
Okay,
looks
we got
like
everything.
deck of cards.
Ooh.
And they're very moldery. They have this leather case
Guys,
that
do you want to play
has
King's
like what
Club?
looks like golden kind of
Just
straps that almost are twining it shut. And then you do see kind of a latch on the front that could just open it to let you take out 1 card at a time.
Can I? Anyone's welcome to have that, but can I Arcana check it first?
Yeah.
Yes, you
Okay.
certainly can.
Hey,
But
I
so
wanna do
the
that, too.
trap wand did not point to this.
It did not point to that. It pointed to something further in the house.
Okay.
But not
Natural
necessarily.
20
Nice.
plus 8 on Arcana.
Wow.
So you recognize...
Oh, I don't know.
A
19.
deck of cards.
Yeah. A magical.
where did I have it?
It's
Is it
great.
stacked?
You always win at blackjack. That's
yeah,
it.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
a cheater's deck of cards.
Yeah. No, it's the kind that are
Always win.
attached, and you go, wow, and they're like, oh.
Yeah. Or
That's
it's
it.
just
I want
all
it.
like the King of Hearts.
Yeah, you take.
Oh my gosh, I have to go look it up. Hold on, I forget what it is now.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm getting old, folks.
Okay, it'll be right
Take
back.
your time.
I thought I wrote it down in my notes, but I did not. I lied.
Ooh, I'm
I really
glad.
wanted to just like come back out and do a magic trick with the deck of
I
cards.
know.
That's really the setup here.
Have like a mini game of him just like doing magic tricks.
Is this your card?
Oh yes, so you recognize this as the deck of many things, and it is extremely powerful.
Ooh.
It can do, but it is extremely powerful on both sides. So to draw a card could mean instant death, or it could mean wishes, or it could mean, you know, wealth and grandeur. It could mean whatever you want, but it could also mean obliterating reality, or anything like that.
Depending on what card you draw.
Depending on
I-
what cards you draw.
explain this to the group.
You just don't want to be responsible for obliterating
look.
reality.
That's right. Leave it to me.
I'm happy to.
I'll obliterate reality.
I'm happy to
I
take
don't know
it,
if
but
it's
I'd like
that
to
bad.
point out
I don't think it can get that. I don't think it can destroy reality.
that
But it
there's
can
one
definitely
person
hard
who's
kill you.
not lost their senses here, and it's this guy.
I'm holding the deck. Of
You're
cards
drunk,
and,
you're
like,
dancing, and
I'm a
he
gambler.
threw himself off a damn airship.
I'm a
That was
gambler.
a while ago.
That was
Okay,
like
I
10
think we
minutes
can
ago.
all agree that at least Twitchley should not get this deck of cards.
No.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mikhail too. Mikhail would be like, I
Oh
want to
yeah,
blow something up.
absolutely. I think this is good.
Okay, will be like, I need
Can't-
to start a fire with this.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to take the deck, or I can take the deck? What are we feeling?
So you notice it has 22 cards.
Okay.
Out of how many?
It has 22 cards. That's
Total.
how many.
It's never had
Total.
any taken.
It's never had more. That's the number. That's the highest number a deck of many things can contain.
Is there?
Do you know anything about how, like, if there's any way to get around the restrictions?
Yeah. Can I? Is that all the Is it all the information that I understand about it? Is that the entirety of what I can know about this object?
So all you know that is like once you draw a card, it vanishes and takes effect. And so you can go through all 22, but you probably will die in the process. Or you will get legendary amazing weapons if you stop at the right time. Or if you get really unlucky, you'll just die.
But once you draw a card, it vanishes.
Once you draw a card, it vanishes.
Sounds like fun.
All okay.
And
Okay.
Can we kill someone with this?
Okay.
if they draw it, or they could have a wish, which could be like,
Yeah.
So if you hand it to a bad guy and say, hey, draw a card, it could kill them.
If you
Or
like
it
mind
could-
control
Do I-
someone to draw all 22,
You
Then
could.
you could die.
Do I get the
potentially do
sense that any one user would be better than another, or is it purely heart of the cards?
that. It's very much part of the card. I would pretty much
Top,
get a deck of cards and pick out certain
just
ones.
top
to-
deck lethal.
Yeah, and then I would
Okay.
just shuffle it and make you draw a card if you wanted to draw one.
Does anyone have like a luck thing?
Luck does not come into
Okay.
existence here.
I'll grab the deck, but at any point somebody can draw, unless somebody wants to take it with them. I would say, if someone else took it, no drunken card drawing.
That means you could count.
I've
No DUIs, no drawing under the influence.
I've lost too much from drunken gambling.
I'll grab the deck.
Fair enough.
But if anyone feels like they want a heart of the cards at, just say the word.
Yeah, and you can only draw one card per hour.
Yeah, because I was really looking to die in 22 hours. Okay.
And before you draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw.
Do I
And then
vanish
draw
all of
them
the ones in
randomly.
that process, or just...
Yeah, so you'd
Wait.
be like, one, if I say
You
I
can
will,
only
I
draw
will
one
draw
per
3
hour
cards.
then? But you
Yeah.
have to announce beforehand?
Yeah, you must draw each card no more than 1 hour after the period. Oh, within 1 hour. So you have to do them like, you can say, I'm going to draw 3 cards, you draw 3 cards.
Oh, okay.
and
Within
then
an
they
hour,
vanish.
you get to
Yeah,
draw
within
3
an hour,
cards.
yeah. So you don't have that much time to deal with the consequences.
Do we have an idea of the ratio of bad things to good things that could occur?
You don't.
Or does he? With
He
his nat 20?
doesn't.
Oh, dang.
If I were to
It's a deck
identify
of
it
many
with...
things.
okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's relatively even. It's relatively even.
That's
But
not
they
very good
vary.
odds.
They vary in terms of good and bad
So,
things.
I think we should maybe...
Some are extremely good. Some are
Unless
extremely
we're in a
terrible.
situation that looks like life or death, we should probably not draw until
It's like poor odds.
until you get a revive back.
Oh, yes. Yes. This sounds wise.
Seems risky because it
Mhm.
feels like the minimum consequence is one person's death.
What do I have to do
What?
to get a revive back?
It's different now.
I know what it is
Yeah, because
now. What do
it got ripped out of your
It
spell.
depends on how
difference?
it depends on how the person dies.
What if they die
So
from
it
a
actu-
magical card deck?
There are ways. There's
Just
some
saying.
stuff. There's some stuff in this in terms of how to combat that, but I can't give you too much more information. You
Okay.
guys got to run.
But I
it.
guess
In the
my
meantime, we're not worried about it right now, right? It's
yeah.
not
I mean,
like-
in a pinch, if it's like the look for me on the third day kind of situation,
yeah.
and we need something to come over the hill,
Okay.
we'll draw a card.
We'll deal with this.
Although I won't draw it. I'm just gonna hold it out and be like, please pull a card.
Coward.
Are you reading through the card effects now?
Yeah, some of them are bad.
That does
Some of
not
them are
seem-
great.
Does
Some
not
of
seem
them are
like
bad.
good odds. I'm not a gambler. Adam?
I love it.
The person sitting to the right of you just dies.
Some of them are great.
Okay.
Some of them are bad.
That's gambling. That's how they get you. I bet it favors the house too. It's gotta be. It's gotta.
It's like
there's
49.1.
yeah, there's 12 shitty cards and 10 good cards.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any other things in the vicinity to take?
Oh, shitty deck of cards. One sec.
I really want to grab one though. I really want to draw one.
All right, you want to do it?
You can declare and draw one card if you
All
want.
right.
I will have to get the cards ready.
I'm nervous.
I would
What if
indulge
I
it.
die?
It seems wrong to grab this and not
What
do
if
it.
I know. I'm just so curious now.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. If it's bad, well, that sucks. If it's good though, if it gives you like a dope weapon for like a short amount of time, go
know.
charging into that room and see what
Yeah,
happens.
that's the thing.
All right.
Or even if it's like,
All
oh,
right.
you get +1 to your AC. I don't know, like anything.
What could one card do?
Well, I mean, that's like a 1 in
Should've done
22
this before.
chance that it's like kills me, right?
One.
But I don't
Also,
know.
like-
There might be multiple that kill you.
Ace of
But
Hearts.
Sounds like
No,
there's some
that
good
seems
stuff.
No.
that seems derivative at that point.
Or I could
Says
turn into a
Queen
house
Jack.
plant for the next like 12 hours or something like
I
that.
almost took a spell that let me speak with plants.
Oh, that would have been nice.
You
That
just
would be
be like-
less
when you
lonely.
just-
No.
The fucking the Google April Fools made me laugh out
Oh
loud.
yeah.
There's the Google April Fools for like their research. They're like, we've combined machine learning and a lot of all these technologies to finally be able to communicate with plants. Like, dude, they do this whole thing, this whole like research project lead up, and like all these inspiring things and all that. And it cuts to it with like the Google Voice or whatever, and it cuts to like finally can speak to your tulip, and it's like, I want water. And it's like oh, like we can learn all the intricacies. There's like water. You promised more water. It just like won't shut up about wanting more water.
Sounds like my cat.
I have to watch that. That sounds epic amazing.
It's pretty funny.
Called Google Tulip. Look it up.
Google Tulip.
Water. I need more water. You said water.
That's amazing.
Add items. I assume this one does not exist in the D&D
What would
Beyond
vegans do if we
standard
could talk to plants?
fare.
Oh God, what would they eat?
They wouldn't eat anything.
Unless maybe the plants are like, please eat me.
Or what if they're like,
Uh,
don't eat me
Jack,
first?
2 diamonds,
What would
ace
they
of
eat? They
hearts.
wouldn't eat anything.
But they
Oh,
would have
deck
to
of
eat
many
the fruit,
things?
So maybe they would just eat.
Is that what this is?
Deck of many things.
It
Don't look,
actu-
don't look.
This is wait.
Don't look. Don't
Oh wait,
look.
can I not look? I
Well,
just got. It's like on D&D Beyond.
It
Don't
is.
look
It's
at
an
the
actual
description.
thing. But yeah, don't look at what it... you can look at the description, but don't look at the effects of the cards. It shouldn't tell you on that.
It does not. Does it?
Good. It shouldn't tell you the effects, because that would be for the GMs only.
I'm nervous, guys. I might die.
Are you doing this? Are you gonna take a grab out of the deck of many
It,
things?
no, it definitely says it all, and I didn't read any of it, but it like I can see there's a cutoff.
Don't read
Okay.
it. Don't
Okay.
read it.
There's a cutoff of what each thing pairs up with. Like a 2 of diamonds becomes, it says the name
Oh yeah,
of the
that's
card.
good. That's right.
And then I see below there's more text. By the way, this is just for context for everyone.
Yeah.
Here's that, and then there's everything for the cards.
Whoa.
Like it's a lot of text.
Okay. Let's do one.
Yeah,
Alright.
just one. Okay, guys. Let's just Feather Widget.
I'm so excited for
I
drawing
love you.
this.
If Feather Widget dies right now, she's been.
Are you're drawing it?
I'm drawing it.
Hold on. So you have to declare I am choosing
One
one
card.
card.
And I hold out the deck.
One card in this hour, and then when does it reset?
Oh, do you,
When
you
can
have
we
an
draw
actual
again?
deck?
Yeah.
Can I hold it out and she draws it?
You can indeed. Let me
This
just
is
give
gonna
it a
be
good
such a-
shuffle. Let me give it a good shuffle here.
Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards.
Okay.
I like the names. I would say probably don't draw the one that has the name Skull, but do draw the one that has the name Idiot.
I mean, that's kind of fun.
You okay? Oh my god, I thought you were like sniffling your nose.
Oh,
No,
no.
you're balancing a
No.
dice.
Yeah. This is not the first time.
This
we've
is
done
her. This
No,
is
it's
her
not.
party trick.
You're
All right.
nervous. Okay.
Give offer the deck of many cards to your teammate.
Oh God.
The deck of many things.
Should I shuffle?
I've shuffled it, but you can shuffle it again.
What if this is a bad idea? It's okay. I'm gonna do it anyways.
I'm gonna do it anyways. Does it have poor impulse control?
Can we save
And you can
Can
pull
we do-
out, you can spread
we-
it out.
can we
You
quick-
Spread it out.
Some of
Spread
this-
it
Do
out.
you
Can
have
I-
a
Spread it
fate
out.
point?
Spread it
Do you
out.
have any fate points?
No.
Can we quick
Or
save?
No, I think I do. Yeah.
No, there's
No,
no
there's
saving
no-
in
there's
D&D.
Are fate points
It's okay. I have
transferable?
more
Can someone
characters
give
that
her
can
one?
be.
No, it's okay. You gotta. It's Heart of the Cards. That's how this works.
Oh god.
Has to be the top one.
I don't think it has to
I
be the
gotta
top
like
one.
feel them.
Alright, which one's the right? Which one's right? Not that one.
Jack of clubs.
Alright. Let's
You
see.
big skull.
No.
That is Skull.
You of all the ones they said not to draw, you fucking drew that one. Are you kidding?
So, suddenly...
I don't fucking know.
I probably died.
I just see the name.
Oh, it's so funny. Of course.
A,
What happens?
It might be
a cloud of black mist materializes into a creature with a scythe and a
kill me?
bony visage and
I'm ready.
a
I'm
robe
ready to
over
die.
its head. It appears right in front of you. And it says, "We will fight to the death. No one may interfere.
What the fuck?
And if you perish, there will be no returning."
What happened?
What?
Wait, so what happens if I try
What
to
happens
interfere?
if you win?
Can
It
we
does
help?
not say.
Can we help her beforehand?
It does not say.
I have a feeling
It
interfering
is-
would be a bad idea.
it does
I'm
not
gonna wait
say.
until you're on the
Okay,
road.
Can I read the text on my end, or
So
do you
go
want
ahead
me?
and roll
No.
initiative, please.
Oh my god. All right,
Guys, what have I done?
guys,
It
don't.
doesn't say what
okay.
happens if she wins.
Well, I assume she's fine.
Yeah, but does she get something super dope if she wins?
I don't. We'll
I
find
got
out.
a 10.
We'll find out when she wins.
I got
Um,
12, so I'm going to go ahead and attack first.
Can I go? Oh no, I can't
Do-
do a rage's
we-
reaction.
Do not interfere, because that will
Yeah,
definitely
no.
kill her.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
might
for sure,
die.
Yeah.
It's been real. I'll be back as like a different character.
I think you should enter a rage.
I will, but I can't because it's not my turn yet.
I would only consider interfering if she's like about to die anyway.
No.
Because then I have a spell that can banish the creature.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's a creature. I think it's the literal concept of death.
Of course, I draw the skull.
That cracks me up. I was like,
Of course.
oh, just draw the
I
skull
know.
Well,
one.
it didn't instantly kill her. Though.
So
At
it
least-
takes a slash at you with its
Let me
scythe.
guess. A 27?
No,
Okay,
no, I didn't roll too good. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Alright, so it misses, and then it stands back at attention. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I take out my great. First, I enter a rage.
Yeah.
A very terrifying
Probably a
rage.
good goal. Yeah,
Yeah.
good call.
And I get my great sword out. And that is a 20.
That'll hit.
It's my first attack. Second attack will be, 15.
That will miss.
Okay. So,
Holy crap.
15 points of damage.
Okay. So you take a huge swing. It kind of rocks back. You see almost like particles of it beginning to drift away, but it rocks back forward again and takes another attack. Oof, man. Does a 8 hit.
You got me.
Alright, so
This
it's your
is
turn.
tricky. Okay. I'm like shaking. That's
going
another
pretty well.
20.
It's going so well so far.
I know, okay. It's a 20 for my first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And not gonna hit. It's a 14.
Nope.
Okay, so sorry, no, it's 2d6. 15 points of damage again.
Alright, again, rocks back. Kind of some of its particles, like bone, begins to fleck off a little bit from its face. And you see it almost like nodding, like kind of acknowledging an opponent.
That's right.
It reaches out its hand, and then you're
Oh,
going to give me, and it grabs your shoulder, and you're going to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Not Dex.
Yes, not Dex. Constitution.
Okay. That's a 29.
Alright, so you're going to take half damage. So,
And halved again, or is...
no,
what kind of
this
damage
is
is it?
magical
Okay.
damage. So you're going to take, so half of your life is gone.
Oh. So that would have wiped
It
her
saves
if that was.
her
Oh.
life. It wasn't yeah. She was very good job on saving there.
So.
But you said half her life.
Yeah, but
would
because
cut in
she
half.
succeeded to save. Otherwise, it would have been
All.
1 hit point left.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Okay. It's a 23 for my first attack.
Okay, that'll hit.
That will miss. 16 points of damage.
Okay. So it begins to waver a little bit more. And you hear it whisper, "The life is strong yet in you." And it brings its axe over its head. And it takes, it does 3 attacks this time. Does a 18 hit?
No.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Does a that's 15. Never mind. Wow, aren't you fortunate?
I'm nervous, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't like this deck of cards.
Well,
Although
you got.
I took the worst one though, so I can't
It's
be that.
it's really probably only uphill from here.
Yeah.
Obliterate reality. He did say in
No,
his description
he
of
said, no, he said it would. There's no.
He said that was
an exaggeration.
So 26 points of necrotic damage.
that was 1 hit.
Yeah.
Oh, but you get to half that, right?
No, because it's necrotic.
Oh, you screwed.
Oh, entering rage does nothing for you against
It's
him.
only physical, like bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. It just gives me
Remember, you
bonus
can
damage.
use potions and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do that.
If
Can I
you
do that as a
have them.
bonus? Yeah, I do have them.
Just, food for thought. Because there is no... If this thing kills you, there's nothing that you can do to recover your character ever.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
If this particular thing kills you. Other things that kill you, you can definitely recover your
I have
character.
a potion of greater healing.
That would be a good time.
Actually, I have 4 of them. Can I only
that's
take
good,
one at a
that's
time, though?
because that would be your action.
What is that?
It's looking pretty rough. It's looking
Okay.
pretty beat up.
Okay.
How much health do you have?
So
Should be safe.
23.
You can try to gamble.
Oh, just a 26
and
with 1 of the 3 hits.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty beat
This
up.
only does
So you can try to-
44. The potion only does 44 plus 4, though.
Which means an average of 8 healing.
It might.
Which
yeah,
want
I know.
8
It might be worth it just kamikaze.
Does anybody have a D4 I can borrow?
Yeah, 8
It might be
healing.
worth the kamikaze. Can you
Careful,
use anything in
it's a
bonus
very
action?
sharp D4. Oh no, take his. Mine's dangerous.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, his
That's
mine's
okay.
a dangerous D4.
Yeah,
It
it's-
stabs people.
So, what's that?
3,
I don't know if that was a.
4,
7,
3. That's 10.
10, 11 plus 12. So 15 points. Okay.
Nice.
I'll just subtract. And
Was that an action or bonus action?
bonus action.
Oh, it's bonus action.
I thought so.
Good. If that's the case,
oh, I
then
thought-
Wait, to take a potion.
Take
it
a
should
potion.
Be,
I
right?
thought it was.
No, I thought it was an
I
action,
think
but
potions are action.
Oh, shoot.
I think it's an action.
Greater potion of healing. I'm pretty sure it's an action.
Me too.
But I feel like he's just going to hit me again and then...
Well, that's what I was saying. You might not want to take it. You might just want to kamikaze.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't hear you say that.
Oh, maybe. Let me just.
Crap,
Look.
what if it, like, one hits me now?
Whatever it's push, we can regain hit points when you're doing the number of hits. It doesn't say here.
Let me see. Actions.
It's got to say something in there, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find. It's always they organize it a little weird. 182.
We'll say for this particular case, your nerves let you take it as a bonus action because I don't know exactly. It's not going to show up in terms of. I'm not seeing it
doesn't
online.
show up as, like, a...
We'll say just this once, bonus action.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna...
According to this forum.
It's an action.
That's fair enough. That's
should
fair
we,
enough.
Should we play it? All right. So that's fair. Okay. So so now it's its turn. It will take its normal attack on you. Does a 23 hit?
Oh god.
Go big. Just attack. Go on the offensive.
17. So that's 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As you, as it takes a huge
Attack.
How's it looking?
It's looking pretty rough. It's like bits of its kind of skull is peeling away, and it's kind of getting pulled back towards like the realm of death.
Do you have any? What are the coins? What are the?
I do.
Do you have a fate point? Yeah, sure. Well, go ahead and
I'm just saying.
play your turn. Yeah.
Get some hits in. Make sure you don't miss.
Okay, well that one will hit. That's like a 19 plus 8, 27. And that's a 20.
Go ahead and roll damage.
So 14. No, yeah, 14, 15, 16 for the first one. 16 plus 12, so 28 damage. Ouch.
So it stretches out its hand towards you as your axe just parts it in half, and it starts to disintegrate, and it says, "Well done." And as its cloak collapses and just dissolves to dust, you notice a bony hand remaining where it stood.
I grab it.
Give it a high five.
So,
I instantly die.
It's a back
in doing
scratcher.
this, you take
The back scratcher
you
of
take
death.
2 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And you have what is called the Hand of Death.
Okay.
Wow.
That was awesome. Let's
That
do it
was
again.
Can she be assisted now?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can-
yeah,
We should
uh,
heal you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 14 hit points left, so.
So you're not that bad.
Nice
you
work.
Have 14 HP
Out of
left.
104.
It's crazy.
Potato.
That's crazy.
Woo! I'm like shaking a little.
Woo.
Let's go straight for
Feather Widget.
Do a
Survives
fourth-
another day.
Yeah.
Do a fourth
wow,
level
you landed
Cure
so many
Wounds.
hits on that.
Man.
48
I was
plus
lucky.
4.
That was what you call a close
Okay.
shave there.
We are definitely gonna make it a thing where
But
when we
that
have
card
when we have
vanishes.
Yeah,
drink
so this card.
when we have
Five.
drinking going on and we're like betting on things, like the loser has to draw a card.
Yeah.
But you can get something awesome, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna
Oh
be
yeah, there's
like the
many
worst.
wonderful things, and there's one less risky or
It's
deadly.
true,
thing.
the odds are better than usual.
The
right
odds
now
are
at this
more in
point
your
time.
favor.
You're
right
welcome,
now.
guys.
27.
27?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, thank you. Bless you.
Lucky duckies today.
Woo!
Like I was rolling real bad.
Yeah.
I think I landed one hit, 2 hits. I
Of that triple,
I have
if a
another potion. I
second
might
one
take
had
another
landed, she
potion.
would have died.
would have died.
Oh my
Can I
god.
borrow the D4 again?
Well, okay.
Probably.
To be fair,
Mm-hmm.
that's like the worst thing for a barbarian to draw because so much of their defensive capabilities rely on rage,
Bludgeoning, yeah.
and you're just like necrotic. It like totally negates that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's a tough one for like non. But I think it sucks for wizards too because it hits like a brick.
And you don't have
And then-
AC.
Yeah. and then
Yeah,
just
I
get
at least like
obliterated.
had some points to deal with, like to.
Oh yeah, I have
Despair.
like 40 something hit points, and 2 of those hits would have killed me, and I had
Yeah.
nothing that would have saved.
Yeah.
Well,
and
no,
I get
yeah,
2
no.
full attacks, which is really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, you were able to get it down fast enough. I think you just like rushed it to the.
Yeah, I was just.
Are you healed up a bit?
What's that?
Are you healed up a bit?
Yeah, did you...
I'm like half healed. Yeah,
Do you want to
like
drink more
50 something.
potions?
And
I
you guys
drank
look over and you
one.
see the 2 guards
I
that are
can
like
drink one
frozen.
more.
They're like,
Yeah, I'll take one more potion.
Crazy,
I look at one of them and just go, Tuesdays, right? Crazy.
I give him the finger guns.
This guy. Yeah. Hey, you guys just hang tight. We'll be back.
They're freaking out.
Alright. We should go to that
let's
room.
get in there. Get
Okay.
in there.
Can I check the door for traps?
You can indeed. So this door does not currently have traps, but you see like kind of this modulated air as you go deeper in, like almost you're kind of looking through like a mirage, like where you see some of the air is starting to bend as you're starting to get closer, deeper in. And that's all you notice. The hallway kind of.
I see nothing special with the robes.
Pardon me?
I see nothing special with the robes.
With the robes, you just see the same thing, this kind of entrance and exit from the gate.
Yeah. I walk.
Yeah,
How long does
I'm
mage
gonna-
armor last? I might.
We're still stealthy,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna slowly creep into the doorway, see if I can see anything better from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you look inside. You see a very. It's kind of like a service entrance because there's a lot of
Sorry, can
shipping and receiving going in. Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast mage armor on myself
Great.
now.
That's a good plan.
Out of.
I like this plan.
Because it lasts for 8 hours.
Nice.
Oh wow.
That's great.
That's fantastic. Awesome. So yeah, so you kind of have this golden sheen start to wash over your skin, and you feel galvanized against attack.
Great.
So you look around the corner. It's a pretty basic hallway. You see one hallway going back towards the kind of some of the kitchens and stuff in the house where like food would go directly, and then you see another hallway. Probably should draw this out. Huh? It's time to draw it out. There we go. Beautiful. I have a pen somewhere. Anybody else want to draw a card?
It was kind of a rush, guys. I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hooked.
What? You can certainly. But you only chose to draw one, so
That's true.
that might be your end of it.
For this hour.
No, I think that's once you've spoken.
What?
You've spoken.
No, okay, that wasn't clear.
Yeah, I didn't
What?
get that either.
Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I haven't read it.
I got that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I should reread it just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure you kind of declare an amount, and then that's your.
Can I thought it was
Your
like
chance.
for the hour. Oh man, that's a bummer.
What's that? Yeah, grab anything. Yeah.
Sweet. You're saying one person can only draw one.
Oh wait, that
Ever?
was tied
Like
onto it.
apparently
Okay,
that
I'll
you
just grab it.
declare
That's
is
perfect.
forever. I thought it was just for like that hour.
Yeah, I thought it was just for that hour.
Oh, yeah, but we haven't passed an hour yet, right?
Well, he's
Yeah, no,
saying,
we haven't,
he's
but-
saying it's forever.
Like you can never draw a card again because you only said one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mm.
what?
Yeah, I did not realize
Yeah.
that.
No. I think I might have been mistaken. I think it's just for that hour.
Oh, okay.
So I think you're
oh,
right.
okay. I was like, oh man.
So you see kind of two hallways going either way. You see kind of kitchens, or you can kind of get the hint of kitchens over there. And then you see this kind of opening up into kind of like a more living room type space. You see just like a couch. Very plush, very expensive over here.
And where
That's
was
kinda like
the doorway with all the weird praying people? Was like towards
That
here,
was
is
here.
it?
So you maybe like the front of the house. These two windows. And then the main door.
Oh.
And then you saw kind of the doorway, the gate.
Okay.
Cards don't disappear.
They don't?
It's very unclear. The language says, once a card is drawn, it fades from existence. Unless the card is the Fool or the Jester, the card reappears in the deck, making it possible to draw the same card twice.
Oh, okay. So then there is no.
Okay.
Oh, so we could draw
So you guys could draw that
Fool
again.
again. Except
Whoops.
for Fool and Jester.
Oops. Okay.
Oh man.
Bummer. Man, you guys could have put that one over on me. I just meant to read the first bit. That's what you get for skimming, Jeff. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah,
which
you
way-
see the three kind of praying forms here. This is what you saw earlier. 1, 2, 3. There's the gate, and then you guys are way over here.
living rooms and stuff this way.
Yeah, so
sort
you're kind
kitchen
of peeking
over
out of
here.
this door.
Okay.
Let's get this living room done before we start dancing, right? Or do you want to kitchen it?
Nah, living room is all the action
Do
happens.
you need something from the kitchen?
We could split the party and send the women to the kitchen. What?
Even in a fantasy
It's not
universe,
my hand.
I'm not indulging this.
What did I miss?
Sexism.
Adam being Adam.
I spend my turn.
Adam.
Well
And then whatever next combat turn I have, I spend it rolling my eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, roll
6 second
roll your
eye
eyes. Roll your eyes. Okay.
What do you think? Kitchen or living room?
Yeah,
Now
let's
you
go to
have
the
to
living
pick the
room.
living room.
All right. So you all start walking to the living room.
Sorry.
Go ahead and give me everyone a perception check.
Give your reception. 22.
Natural 20.
How about a 8?
Okay.
Plus 8. 28.
12.
So you two notice, right kind of in the direction your wand pointed, there are these two vases.
Oh.
One is a little higher than the other. Maybe like this one's like 3 feet off the ground. This one's 2 feet off the ground.
What do they look like?
On a pedestal. They, you can investigate them to see more. So you can take a look. There are these kind of very ornate vases. They are both the equal size, but they're on the pedestals of a different height. So this one is right around here, kind of like a nice ceramic with just the pillar going into the ground. This one starts a little bit lower, nice ceramic up here.
Guys, don't touch the faces. I don't know what kind, but maybe it's something good. That's true.
Just like drawing with the cards, I'm sure.
I'm hooked, guys.
How can we disarm the vases?
So you can investigate, do Arcana. You can kind of start to look at those.
Okay, I would
Particular
like
things,
to
Wait,
investigate.
there are
take dice
vases.
rolls.
There are vases in the center.
On each side of the hallway. So because you're not in the living room yet, this is on the way to the living room in that little hallway. There's
Okay.
one vase 3 feet off the ground, another vase 2 feet
And we
off
can
the
assume they're trapped.
ground. You
Nope.
just noticed that something was wrong, and this was kind of where the wand pointed.
Okay, can I do an Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Damn.
Great. So you feel this kind of, as you tap into your arcane senses, you feel this like weird wave of power coming in from the gate. These vases, you sense a sense of imbalance. That it's sort of like as long as there is something tipping towards one side or the other, there will be a trap that if anybody walks through it without fixing that imbalance, it will trip.
Do I sense that I can touch the...
Yes, you sense that they're safe to touch and move, but once you actually try to intentionally walk past them, unless the imbalance is solved,
Okay.
problems.
In terms of, do you share this with us?
Yeah, I tell everybody, and I contemplate picking up the vase, but then I realize that I wouldn't be able to go through. So we need to put perhaps a floating disc under something.
Or put something
Or-
in the vases?
In the vase? No, they just need to be at the same height, right?
How would walking
Or
through
they
them change
need
the height?
balanced volume. He said there's an imbalance. I don't know if it means different height or it means
But he said they were different
So
heights.
as you look in the vases, you
Oh,
see
okay.
one has a lot of water in it, and the other has less.
She found the fellow cat.
Get in! Interesting. Interesting.
Do
Do
we
you have
have-
spells that will give
The
water?
riddle is told.
You do have a dagger.
Can we tell that is it normal water?
It's water under the influence of whatever's going on in here, but it is as normal as it gets. It's sometimes flicking towards fire. You see kind of little sparks
Can I
on it, but yeah.
can I cast shape water to even out the water level between the two?
You can indeed.
I will cast that as a
Alright,
cantrip.
so you see the water level even out between two vases, the pillars beneath them, and then you hear a clicking sound, and
The trap is activated now.
trap is active.
Yeah, I'm like, is that good or bad?
Okay.
Seems good. Who
Great.
wants to test it?
I'll walk first. I did it. I'll walk first.
Okay, you walk through and you are unharmed. And as you start heading towards the end of the hallway, you see around the corner those three figures looking up at the gate. And then with your kind of attuned senses, you see these spheres of fire, water, earth, and this kind of fog swirling around the swirling around kind of the gate and then going in and out.
And there are 3 figures?
Yeah, there are 3 figures that are kind of seem to be sustaining
Like
this.
humanoid?
Yeah, human figures that are like hands raised, sustaining this, and then kind of these different things are exchanging with each other going through this gate. And you can see them. You see 2 in the material realm at any given time as they're rotating around, and then 2 in the elemental plane at any given time, and they're kind of rotating in and out.
Are the figures like completely entranced, or are they like still aware of their surroundings?
You can't tell from this distance. You just see that they are motionless.
Okay.
They're not moving.
Can I do an Arcana check to sense if me casting a spell will like trigger anything or get their attention or anything like that?
Yeah, you absolutely may.
Because I want to cast a spell, but 19.
You
Spell on
sense-
myself.
Yeah, if you cast a spell on yourself, they probably won't notice unless it is an elemental spell.
It is not. I would like to cast False Life on myself. Which is necromantic, not
Enhance.
Yeah,
elemental. Yeah,
And
I want
that-
to cast...
and that prevents straining, right?
No, it gives me temporary hit points, because
Oh,
I
nice.
feel like something bad might happen here.
To me, yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonable that's-
I'm just like mage armor, false life. I'm thinking about all this shit ahead of time.
This guy gets it.
Help me get safe.
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level, actually.
Okay.
Cool. That gives me wait, at each. Wow, that's so much. Wait, really? Okay, yeah, 1d4 plus 24.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds great. And and as you got closer, you noticed
27.
that these figures seem to have an echo. The people that are holding the gate open, they seem to have an echo in the elemental plane, much
seem to
like
have an
someone you
echo
fought
in the
before.
Oh, the dude.
Nah.
They seem to have an echo in the elemental
They
plane.
seem to have an echo in the elemental plane.
You seem to have an echo in the elemental plane.
They seem
Um,
to have an echo in the elemental plane.
So, it's like the dude, the
yeah,
old
we've been
man.
on puns all night tonight. I'm loving it.
So it's like that one dude we saw. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
What do we want to do? I stealthily whisper.
What do we
Whisper.
do? Wait, what's your plan? What are you thinking?
Oh, nothing. I was just assuming they were gonna murder us, so I got ready for that. But
It's possible. It's possible, yeah.
You
Be
guys.
tough. I don't know. We're pretty cool though, so.
I think we should. We should maybe just
should
go
we
in
just
guns
sucker punch
blazing,
Do
or
we want to?
Yeah.
I could just walk out and see like hello, like introduce myself.
Who
but
has the best persuasion?
I have
I'm very unsure.
skills, persuasion. I have okay persuasion. It's
I
okay.
vote you go.
Actually, I have a +7. I didn't realize that. Yeah, okay.
Never mind. Lexi
Alright.
goes.
Wait. We should get ready in position just in case shit goes south.
Yeah, so we really don't know what these things or people are.
I'm gonna take my last
Oh.
my last potion. If I could have a D4.
If I cast a divination on one of them, will that
Divination is
true
like a-
strike, where I point at them and I get brief insight into their defenses?
You would. It would probably be a difficult check for me. So, like, you could do that. I probably wouldn't notice, but there'd be a very, like, a small chance that I would. But that would probably not be a bad thing.
Do they
wait.
notice that they're visually different from one another?
Visually different.
Are they wearing
Yes,
different things? Do they look different?
Does
Does one of them look fiery? Does one of them look watery? Does that sort of thing?
Stoned.
Stoned out
Red
of his mind.
eyes. Eating some
They
Cheetos.
seem to be. They seem to kind of have different. Again, they seem to have some of the signs of messing with their anatomy with
like-
augmenting themselves. So, like one of them, like one of their hands is like just
Stony.
burning, and it's
okay.
like a fire. Another one, the hand is water, and through your at least, give me a perception check, real quick, or investigation, whichever is higher.
22 on perception.
Okay, yeah. So then you are able to sense that they are holding this door open intentionally, and are trying to kind of start letting the elemental plane bleed into our reality.
That doesn't sound good.
That seems not good, but we should check with them.
What else is in the room?
Yeah, so in the room there's a few more couches. If you, in the very dark corner, you see piles of what looks like old bags, but they seem to be shapes, kind of like this.
those are stick figures.
Those are stick figure
people.
Yeah, those are bodies.
Okay.
And there's kind of a pretty straight, like a pretty rancid odor coming out, even though there's kind of water and fire smell. It's just the pizza, yeah. You see these two big stairways going up into the master chamber upstairs on the second floor.
Master chamber.
Yeah. So that should be like that, and there's another door up here.
They seem friendly. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think we should consult the necklaces, but I'm pretty sure that we should just go in guns blazing.
Can we just have the necklaces kill them, or are these?
If we
Ask.
sacrifice a life.
You can certainly ask if you want.
Yeah, you're right.
Bros.
Yes, sir.
What's these guys' deal?
Some of our best acolytes, attuned to multiple elements. They are making way for our glorious master.
Who's that again?
The Eye, of course.
Right.
He's always watching from our plane. They are, as you say, weakening the borders between our world and the world of elemental.
What happens when your master gets here?
Well, I believe that sage was quite worried about that particular result, wasn't he?
Yeah, his mental health wasn't too good.
Well, if I were to describe the exact effects of my master's encroachment on our reality, well, I doubt yours would be much different.
He did just jump off a boat earlier, so let's not test him.
Point taken. Do you guys, are you asking them to explain what will happen if the elemental eye returns?
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, well, it is difficult in our parts to understand exactly what that would entail, but the returning of the greatest of the ancient ones, the elemental eye, would bring fire where there was once water. It would turn land into ash, and let only those who are pure in their elemental composition, like these kind gentlemen have already started making themselves more pure in their composition. For example, his hand is a more pure form, rather than this mixed composition of flesh and air and water and all of these things that you poor creatures are composed of.
We should kill him.
Yeah. And if
So it
we
seems like
wanted
the-
to stop this door from being open, what would some enemy do that we should be on the lookout for?
Roll deception.
Very smooth. Very smooth. Well done.
15. 16. No, 15.
Oh,
15.
okay. I was like, I just got a 15. All right, we reroll. We've been rolling the same
Oh my
tonight.
god.
Ah!
Oh, I got bad that time though.
Come on.
13.
Well, very thankful for your concern. Much more helpful than that of that other little gnome. It's like, he says,
Switch, switch.
they just want you. I'm your real friend. He says, I would be sure to avoid disruption of the movement of those particular spheres. It is a very intricate working that they are sustaining, and because there's that sphere that I think only he could really notice because he's in the elemental plane. But you can see two. So you're seeing kind of exchanging between the elemental and physical
Don't I
plane
have a speed?
going in and out of the door. No, but these
That's
are like
different?
these.
Okay.
They're these balls of fire, balls of
got it,
rock,
got it.
balls of kind of smoke and air, and balls of stone. Did I already say rocks?
So who has to play
Whatever,
some
the
baseball?
floor.
Yeah,
Water? Did you say water already?
There may be water. Yeah, it's a ball of water, and they're kind of these orbs are cycling in and out of the gate, kind of like by like going through the door enough, they're like weakening the door. So they're cycling in and out. They're not.
But they're like physical rock.
Yeah, they're
water.
physical
You could actually
things that you could
reach out and
influence.
touch them.
You could grab them, and they're just going in and out of the elemental plane. And that's kind of
I'll
why
hit the
it's
rock
weakening
one.
the threshold.
Do you know what your orb does yet?
No.
Yeah. So they're going in and out, and if be sure that no one disrupts this, or it could cause something of a backlash, and it would probably disagree with our acolytes who are keeping this door open in a very careful balance.
Very
There's a
kind.
lot of energy stored up, my friend.
How? So I can't talk to it. Never mind.
Are you wearing the necklace?
Uh-huh.
Oops.
I want it. I'm worried that it will
One.
kill you, or try to kill you.
Well, I'm its master.
Okay.
Until you try and disrupt it.
So I'm
Right.
The
saying,
master
hey
command.
guys, the necklace says that we need to make sure no one disrupts the orb so this ritual can continue.
How would so that we can be on the lookout? How would we know? How would somebody disrupt the orbs so that we can make sure they're not doing it?
The movement.
Yes, how would one disrupt the orbs? Do I need to reroll?
Oh yeah.
Wait. Why do we need to ask?
Well, I rolled in that one. So.
Okay, I've got a 7. So.
Anything you say, they're real dumb today. They say, well, it's a very fine-tuned ritual. Just stay out of their way. Don't even touch it. Or break one of the orbs in any way, or unmake the water, or change anything. It is a very time-consuming and there's a lot of energy going into that particular ritual. It could be very dangerous if anything was shifted out of place by even a fraction.
It's quite simple. We just need to make sure that literally nothing happens at all.
Don't even
That
touch
seems almost too precarious.
It's quite precarious.
Irresponsible
Some would
at
say.
best.
Some would say it's the harkening of a
Those-
new elemental
Those
reality.
amulets
Yes,
seem
so
to be
excited.
weighing you down.
Would
Perhaps
you-
it would be.
Would you like to put them in a bag?
Wait, is that a thing? Can we do?
You can try.
Certainly try.
Does that do anything? Does that do anything?
They won't
I'm
be
just
able to
worried
kill
that
you,
it'll
right?
like strangle you if we
Oh.
like start attacking.
If I'm not wearing it, then I'm not its master.
Oh.
And who knows? I'm gonna
Okay,
keep it
yeah,
on.
that's
Okay.
true, that's
Okay.
true,
Fair.
yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
I will not speak on such things.
Yeah, it's probably a good. Yeah.
I am going to. So should I just go in guns blazing?
Yeah.
here?
I'm gonna prepare
I was
my.
thinking I would just try and hit the stone like a baseball, but
Yeah. I will.
I need to go.
Oh, you need to go.
Yeah, you guys can.
Yeah.
You guys can.
So
No.
give me 2 more seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys gonna go in the corner guns blazing?
I mean, sounds. I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
I think so. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you.
I say sure. Do you want to talk to him?
No.
So are you disrupting? So what's your move? I'm gonna go as fast as I can at him.
I was gonna try and shoot one of the balls.
The orbs?
The
Yeah,
orbs.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Whichever one
as
you're doing the rock one, I can
Yeah.
do like the water or something.
so as you all come
And
around the corner,
I'll cast shape water and drop the water at the same time.
So as you all come around the corner, so you two, while the balls are still moving, immediately turn to stone. Because of the aura that is going around. So you freeze up, your bones lock up. You, because you're holding that orb, that the headpiece for the staff, are able to resist it momentarily. And you, because you're holding the amulet, are able to resist it momentarily. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Great. Well, all right.
So,
Paddington, I'm one of you. Paddington, save me.
Damn.
Dang.
What a night.
Wow. You almost
I
died.
almost died. And then I
You
grabbed
Damn,
my
that was a
bed.
cool fight.
You almost
Yeah,
died
it was-
with no coming back.
I know that was rough.
It's like
I was
explicitly
actually
says that.
nervous. I know. I was.
I went. By the way, I went